Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball.
And what's good, everyone? Happy Monday. Thanks all for joining in tonight as the Celtics, winners of 2 straight games, looking to see if they can make it a third tonight. Boston been on a roll recently. They're 7-2 in their last 9, 17-11, up to the number 3 spot in the Eastern Conference. They're 9-5 on their home court, and the Celtics they keep on firing, they keep on rolling, and they are looking really good as of late. Disappointing this year for the Pacers, just 6-22, only 1-12 on the road, 14th in the East. They've lost 4 straight games in a row as they've really just got hit hard by the injury bug this year for Indiana, and a bunch of key players listed out for tonight's game. It's been just a rough season all around for the Pacers, just massive drop-off compared to last year. This should be one of the games that the Celtics are able to come out, take advantage, and pick up a win. There's been a couple times before where, unfortunately, the Celtics haven't been able to do that. There's been 3 instances this season that they should have had those games on paper, but they lost against the Jazz, the Nets, and the Bucks. So tonight, this should be a victory for the Celtics, playing on their whole floor tonight, but anything could happen. But based on how the Celtics have been playing, they've been looking really good. 2 excellent wins for them in a row by double digits. Last time I streamed, they beat the Heat 129-116 on Friday. That was a really good win. They wore down the Heat in the last quarter, started to take over, and they were on point from 3-point range in that fourth quarter in the win over Miami. Then they went north of the border on Saturday, had one of their best defensive games all season long, limited the Raptors to just 96, and picked up a big win on the road at Toronto, 112-96. So Celtics looking really good coming into this one. What's good? We got Jake, Warren, the Naja player, Cynthia, welcome back in. Thanks all for joining in tonight. We got George, Ronald, Daniel, Harry. Welcome back in for this one tonight. Happy Monday out to everybody. That's too funny. Naja player just came on his homepage, saw me by coincidence. Yep, this just started up just like a couple moments ago with a pregame. The scoreboard's at the bottom part of the screen. Once we get into the game, it will light up with numbers at the bottom part of the screen where it says Indiana, IND, Boston, BOS. So the numbers will appear on the left side and the right side for both of these teams once they get into the game. I have a brand new scoreboard for this year, so the old scoreboard I retired that for my NBA stream, so I'm no longer doing that for the games that they cover on the NBA. Big shout out teaming up with Assist to cover these streams out, also live over on assist.com, and that's where they're able to hook me up on the scoreboard, real-time scoreboard, which is pretty cool. So it's not like I'm needing to change the time, needing to change the scoreboards. That all goes through automatically once it gets into the game. Celtics 12-4 in their last 16 games. Friday night, it was Derek White, poured in 33 points, Joel 9 threes. Saturday night, it was Peyton Pritchard, coming off a double-double, 33 points, 10 assists, 13 for 24 from the floor. Everybody played just really well on Saturday to win at Toronto. Anthony Simons, good to see that he was able to step up. He had 15 off the bench. Derek White with 15. Keita, 14 points, perfect, 7 for 7 from the floor, and could have another big impact game tonight for Neemias Queta out there. This Pacers squad, they have struggled this season on defending inside the interior. One of the worst defenses and interior defenses this season. So this could be a golden opportunity for the Celtics, which they're usually more 3-point centric or so. That's what we've seen, like live by the 3, die by the 3. But recently start a mix and match for Boston and able to get downhill and get to the rim for the Celtics, and we should see a whole lot more of that tonight. They're coming off 54 points in the paint in a win against Toronto. Jaylen Brown getting downhill to the rim. These guys going to have a lot of success, hopefully, tonight going up against this Pacers interior defense. Joshua, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. Yeah, I'm looking at the injury report. Jordan Walsh is not playing tonight. So he is out tonight due to an illness. So Jordan Walsh is not playing. And Pacers have a laundry list of players out. Just unfortunate with the injuries this year for Indiana. Tyrese Halliburton done for the season. Game 7 last year in the finals. Just so unfortunate. Obi Toppin's out all the way through early February with a foot injury. Aaron Nesmith, he's out tonight with a knee injury. Ben Shepherd's out with a calf injury. TJ McConnell, he's out as well tonight with a knee injury. So, yeah, this is just it's gonna be tough for the Pacers tonight. I'm shocked to see them be that poor this season with their record, just 6-22. But yeah, they've had a ton of injuries this year and just haven't looked themselves. I thought going on into the season they'd be like hanging in a float in the playoff hunt because they did lose Halliburton for the season, but their overall depth was massive last year. That's the reason why it took them all the way to the finals, is that they rotated like 11, 12 players deep on their team. Team Zavala, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Jaylen Brown tonight, how many points? Great question. I'm going to go with 27 tonight, so I'll go slightly under for him tonight. Reason why is that this game, Celtics might be up by like 20 or something going into the fourth quarter. So this might be one of these games that Jaylen Brown might get pulled early if the Celtics get up by a humongous lead. And they're favored pretty heavily tonight, 11.5-point favorites coming in for Boston. Indiana just, man, they've been rough this season on the road. 1-12 in road games for them this year. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Going to go over my top 5 picks here of the night in a couple moments. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Coming up on the holidays, Thursday, big day, Christmas Day. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas out to everybody out there. And I believe this will be my last stream through Christmas, and then I'll be back on Friday with Celtics against Pacers. I'm going to see if I can start to do some like new additions over on the channel, hoping to create a Facebook page very soon for the channel. I have a Twitter page for the last couple of years, but a lot of people keep on asking me about Facebook, so I'm going to see if I can do that. Also want to see if I can get into like the merchandise site and be able to design like a Mr. Tops merchandise, kind of like his own merchandise on the merchandise site. That's something that I'm looking to see if I can get to. So a couple of things I want to tweak within like the hopefully next couple of days around like the holiday break or so. All right, this is what I like for tonight in this game. I think the Celtics are going to score a bunch of points tonight. So I've got Boston over 119.5 points. I mean, they are a favorite by 11.5 points. I expect a double-digit win out of them. The question is, like, how much? That's the question. Like, they might win by 10. They might win by 15. But I get the Celtics to go over 119.5. They've been a scoring machine recently for Boston. Also, they've been one of the top offenses in offensive efficiency this season for them, and they played much better in their home floor scoring-wise than on the road. They're averaging just under 120 points per game in home games this season, only averaging around 113 on the road. Pacers' road defense has struggled, allowing opponents to average above 119. So, like the Celtics to score big tonight above 120 plus. Derek White, looking for him to have a humongous game once again. He was awesome on Friday night in the victory over Miami. Derek White over 18.5 points. He's averaging 23 in his last 10 games. Really just has found his stroke, found his rhythm, scoring at least 19 in the last 7 out of the 10 games for D. White. And then Derek White, when the points come, it also comes with threes. Multiple threes by Derek White. He's made at least 4 threes in his last 8 out of 10 games. Is over under at plus odds tonight at over 3.5 for Derek White. And also I like him on the rebounds alongside Jaylen Brown. This is a game that the Pacers, they are not efficient. They attempt a bunch of shots. They're dead last in defensive rebounding this season for Indiana. They're also dead last in field goal shooting percentage. And this could be one of these games that we see a lot of bricks being shot by Indiana. And the Celtics are rounding into form defensively. They limited Toronto to 96 in the last game. So I like tonight, Derek White over 4.5 rebounds. He's recorded 3 straight games with at least 5 rebounds for White. And then Jaylen Brown over 6.5 rebounds tonight. JB could have a double-double before this game is all said and done. Also, Keita is another player to watch out for tonight. He could have a double-double as well for Keita. Coming out 14, where he made all 7 of his shots from the floor in the last game. Josh Minott, he should play a much bigger role tonight on the team. He's been struggling recently for Minott, but no Jordan Walsh tonight, so he's going to be called up on receiving a lot more minutes. Minott's getting the start in this game as well, so I think this could be one of these games. Josh Minott, an energy, explosive type of player, going up against the Pacers defense that struggled defending the interior. This could be the type of matchup that Josh Minott tonight is the guy that goes off in this game. So those are a couple other guys that I wouldn't be shocked that produce tonight. Outside of my top 5 picks will be Keita and Minott. But that's what I like tonight for my top 5 picks. I like the Celtics over 119.5. Derek White, liking him to play a big role tonight to take over this game for Boston. Over 18.5 points, over 3.5 made threes, over 4.5 rebounds, and then Jaylen Brown over 6.5 boards tonight. Well, that's good, Uncle Pizzle. Glad to have you back in, man. Thanks for joining in. Jeffrey Epstein on the stream. Welcome on board. James, welcome in, bud. Hey, best of luck there to Hollow Headbeat tonight, needing Jaylen Brown over 24.5. Welcome in, Sarpe on the channel. Thanks for joining in. Feel free to hit us up where you guys are watching from out here. Got a lot of international reach. Tons of people pouring in from Philippines, Jamaica, Bahamas, UK. A lot of people out here recently in these streams. I'm hoping that I got the whole scoreboard thing fixed going into tonight. We'll see what happens once the game starts off. What happened on the last stream, the timeout slide where I have like the ESPN box score updates for the players. Well, ESPN, before my stream on Friday, they decided to format the whole thing and make it a completely different format. So I was only able to show one team with players on the box score. So they completely changed that overnight. They put up like profile pictures of the media day pictures for all the players now, and they made the teams much bigger. So I had to reformat the whole slide for the timeout slide. Cavs taking on the Hornets, 31-30. Cavs up in the first quarter. Mavs taking on the Pelicans later tonight. Pacers coming off a bad loss at the Pelicans during their last game. This Pacers team hitting like rock bottom. They got smashed at New Orleans on Saturday, coming off a 128-109 loss against the Pelicans, who are tied for last in the West with a 7-22 record. Yeah, I've been getting cold outside. Out from Houston for Hollow Headby. New England, so here as well. From New England. And up in Maine looks like because I got high. Yeah, getting cold. Yeah, where I am, I'm in southeast Mass. We're supposed to get like 1 to 3 inches of snow tomorrow. I heard possibly more snow coming on Friday. Possibly. It hasn't been like noted how much yet, but when I went on to Google weather, it said heavy snowstorm. That's kind of rare where I am because I'm more towards like Rhode Island in that area, where it's like further up in Mass or like Central Mass, Western Mass, they usually get hammered by snowstorms. And then once you get past like Northern Mass into New Hampshire, it's a whole different ball game in terms of snow. It's just The snow is flying everywhere up there. They get absolutely pummeled with snow up there. Seagull, welcome in. Thanks for joining in, bud. We got Edith on the stream. Welcome back in. If you're new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Couple minutes away from tip-off tonight. Celtics looking for their third straight win in a row. Pacers, only 6 wins so far this year. Looking for a stunner over Boston. Boston's played down to opponents a couple times so far this season. They lost against Utah, lost their second game against Brooklyn, lost against the Bucks without Giannis. So couple of disappointing games that they've had this year for them, but nevertheless, this is one that you gotta just take care of business, show up, and pick up the win after this is all said and done, because these fans paid their tickets for this game, and this going into the season, this was one of the more hyped matchups, even without Tatum, even without Halliburton coming into the season. Both of these teams are thought to have like a gap year or so. Pacers, with their depth coming in, I thought that they'd have more, like, be way better than what they've done so far this year. Like, I thought they'd be in the midst of, like, the mid-pack playoffs, like around 5th or 6th right now with the depth that they have, but that's just not been the case. It's just been injuries that has just derailed their year all throughout. What's good, Dwayne, in this channel? Welcome in, bud. We got Rydog. Welcome back in, man. Dude, how about the Patriots last night? Holy smokes. I actually went to bed. I thought they were done. So when Baltimore scored the touchdown to go up by 2 possessions, I went to bed with like 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. I was so tired last night, and then I woke up with like a minute and a half remaining in the game. I saw 28-24 Patriots leading, and then Drake May converted and closed out the game on the QB keeper, won the game. Just unbelievable. I mean, they got some luck on their side yesterday. Lamar Jackson exited with injury in the second quarter, but it's like resilient. Like going on the road, backs against the wall, down by 2 possessions, 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And Drake May throws for over 380 passing yards. Had a couple monster passes, the one to Kyle Williams for the touchdown that sparked their comeback. I mean, man, just will not quit. Like, they will not quit this year. Just an absolute resilient team. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, Josh Minot gets the start tonight. Nehemias Queta, the starting 5 for the Celtics, going up against Andrew Nembhard. Ethan Thompson, number 55, gets the start for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin, Pascal Siakam, and Jay Huff. Those are 2 guys that didn't play for Indiana last year. That's starting in this game, Carly. That's how derailed they are with injuries. They're missing Halliburton for the whole season. Aaron Nesmith, Ben Shepherd, Obi Toppin, and TJ McConnell all out tonight in this game. And then Jordan Walsh is out tonight due to an illness. And Tatum out. Yet to hear back for the timetable for Jason Tatum yet. I've been talking about last couple weeks or so. I heard March potentially, but according to reports, he'll get back when he's 100% plus for JT. This game is starting right now. Celtics white jerseys, green numbers, green letters. They're on their home floor tonight. The TD Garden going left to right on the floor. Pacers, yellow uniforms, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters for Indiana, going right to left on the court. It'll be Jay Huff and Nehemias Queta going up for the opening tip. It's the referee at center court. About to send this one up in the air. Both of these teams ready at the midcourt circle to get this game going on. Celtics looking for their 3rd straight victory in a row. Pacers just 6 wins all season long as we are underway. Celtics control the opening tip. Pritchard puts the ball into the hands to Derek White on the opening possession at the left wing perimeter. White into the hands to Brown on top, finds Pritchard. Pritchard, edge of the midcourt logo, takes on Mathurin, gets past him off the Kada screen. Pritchard coming off 33 the last game. Derek White, he had 33 on Friday, takes the 3 for the quarter, and he drills it. Derek White, splash in the corner triple. Celtics number 3 in the NBA. 121.3 offensive rating this season. Bounce pass goes to Nembhard, has it at the left elbow. Nembhard outside finds Mathurin, spots up for 3. No good off the rim. A rebound hauled in by Kada. Second possession now in the night for the Celtics. Pritchard up the floor for Boston. Pritchard crossover at the top. Slides it off to his right to Brown. Brown dribbles up. A jumper. Baseline deep 2. Around the rim and out to rebound secure by Jay Huff for the Pacers. Possession number 2 now for Indiana. They've usually gone quick in the past. This is interesting this season because they are the dead last team in the NBA in efficiency. Nembhard, leaning forward, goes up in the shooting motion, gets fouled by Brown. The clock will stop with 10:56. So Jaylen Brown, first personal foul of the night. 2 free throws coming up by Nembhard. I can't show the game due to copyright, so no game will be shown due to YouTube copyright laws. It's play-by-play only. First free throw missed by Andrew Nembhard. Oh, man, sorry about that. The Nisha player. Yeah, there's been like a lot of cold and flu going on around this time. Second free throw, the second attempt there is good. So the Pacers on the board. Celtics with possession. Pritchard off the dribble, slides it off towards his left. Touch pass, White to the corner. Jaylen Brown with a 3, missed off the mark, no good. This ball pinwheels around, the rebound secured by number 55, Ethan Thompson. Up the floor, Mathurin will try a 3, halfway down, rattled out. Pritchard with a defensive rebound. Celtics with it. Pritchard up the floor, burst of speed at the elbow, takes the jumper, deep 2 off the back rim, no good. Mathurin with another defensive rebound. Slow start to this game for both of these offenses right now. Nembhard on the outside. Siakam pops up for a 3. Splashes it. First lead in the night now for the Pacers, 4-3. Hey, appreciate it. Thanks for joining in, Danny boy. Derek White towards his left around the perimeter, looking for Brown, sends it off to JB. As we are 2 minutes into action, Brown at the wing, dribbles up, free throw circle, leaning forward, jumper, deep 2, skipped around the rim and out, went up, got fouled though. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line. It's on Nembhard, who picked up the shooting foul. Yeah, Jaylen Brown just right from the get-go started to see if he can hunt down those matchups. Two shots here by Brown at the line. First one's good. Celtics have the best offensive rating on their home floor this season. 124.3. Averaging around 120 points per game in home games. Is almost 7 points higher than road games above 113. Brown drills the second free throw. Celtics by 1. Jay Huff on top. Former Virginia Cavalier. Mathurin attacks the paint. Kick out corner. Siakam. As he takes on Derek White. Dribbles inside the key. Outside to the corner. Mathurin spots up for 3 and he drills it. Wow, that's a big corner triple right there by the Pacers. 2-point advantage for Indiana. Pritchard quickly up the floor off the dribble. Burst of speed working on Huff on a mismatch. Puts it up, puts it through. It's good for 2. Peyton Pritchard able to shake and bake, create space at the low block. Nembhard leaves it off for Huff. Outside, back into the hands to Nembhard. Nembhard off the dribble, gets past Pritchard, up fake outside into the hands to Siakam, who tees up a 3. He delivers. Wow, Indiana dead last in the NBA in three-point shooting percentage. 32% coming into this game. Tees it up. And they're now 3 for 4 to begin for the outside. White floats it up over the top. Brown catches, entry pass, scores. Right past the defense, up and in off the backboard. That's too easy right there. Pacers go quickly. Siakam blocked by White. Not clean, though. And the referees will say it's on Derek White, shooting foul. Or it's going to be on Josh Minot. Check that. Josh Minot clipped Siakam, and then White came up with a block. So it's actually going to be on Minot before White got to it. So 2 shots here at the free throw line for Pascal Siakam. Charles, what's good? Welcome in, bud. Glad to have you back on the stream, man. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Ed Cooley chucking a water bottle at the end of the Georgetown Xavier game. Hit some kid in the stands. Yeah, that's too bad. You gotta keep your cool there for Cooley. Splitting the free throws at the line was Siakam. Yeah, so Ed Cooley got suspended. Suspended 1 game after he threw a water bottle. The game over the weekend against Xavier. Cada, great job to keep this ball alive. Inside the key, right past Huff. Puts it up, no good. Missed off the rim short. The rebound goes right back to the Pacers. Mathurin. Off to Nembhard. Fires it inside, low block. Siakam puts it up and scores right past White and Mina. Up and in off the backboard. 13-9. Joe Mazzulla going to take the first time out tonight. 4-point advantage for the Pacers as we head to the first time out. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can get this timeout slide going, because that was actually an issue during the last stream, is that kind of came up weird. Okay, so yeah, that's not bad. I had to reformat the whole timeout slide. Huh. There we go. Yeah, pretty close to fitting. Almost. So what happened Friday is that ESPN went with a different timeout slide. So that's why things look a little different on my camera angle here. It's actually, yeah, that should be good. Oh, there we go. There's one of them. See if I can get that second box to be a little bit better during the next time out. We get back to action. 13-9 right now as the Celtics have the possession. White, runner inside the key. Got the bounce. It's good for 2. Luka Garza, first time on the floor for him tonight. Good screen there set up by Garza. Nembhard. He's on the floor with Ethan Thompson, Benedict Mathurin, Jay Huff, and Pascal Siakam. Thompson dribbles up, jumper, deep 2 with the elbow, missed off the mark, no good. A rebound halted by Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Josh Minot, Peyton Pritchard, and Luka Garza. White tees up a 3 from deep, missed off the mark. A rebound secured by Mathurin. Both teams shooting cold from the floor to begin this game. Thompson on top finds Jay Huff as he buries a triple. Wow, the big fella pops up from deep, and he is able to nail one down. Pacers shooting the ball well to begin this game, 4 for 5 from the perimeter. Derek White, edge of the midcourt logo, cross-court pass connects with Pritchard. Pritchard, a 3, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound, Garza. So he had position, pushed off the rebound, gets fouled by Mathurin. The clock will stop. Hey, what's good? Marcus on the stream. Welcome in, man. Things going pretty well. Yeah, great win yesterday for the Patriots. That was just overcoming adversity type of win. They were down by 2 possessions with like 10 minutes left to go, and man, Drake May just awesome last night to will his team right back in and pick up the win. Jaylen Brown at the elbow. Step back jumper, deep 2, off the mark, no good. Tipped up in the air. Garza battling for the rebound. Jay Huff collects it at the baseline. Pacers up the floor in numbers. 4 on 3. Corner 3, Indiana, and they bury it. Benedict Mathurin from downtown. The Pacers sizzling red hot. 5 for 6 from the perimeter in the opening quarter. Pritchard on top will slow it down right now. Into the hands to Brown. Jaylen Brown, top of the key. A dribble, drive. Now at the free throw circle. Drives again. A runner, mid-range, connects on it. It's good for the deuce by Jaylen Brown. Finally, that's a much better possession compared to the previous few for the Celtics. Mathurin inside, got it stripped, got it stolen away. Celtics with numbers 4 on 1 up the floor. Brown, shovel, underneath Mina, up fake, puts it up, puts it through, up and it off the backboard. Good for 2. In a timeout taken to the floor by Indiana. The steal leading to the 4 on 1 fast break numbers advantage, and the Celtics right back in it to a 4-point game as we head to another timeout. Good response right there by Boston. So it was slipping away a little bit, 19-11, but 4-point run right back. What's good, Jordan on the stream? Welcome in. Yeah, OKC. This is just the time for OKC. Like, just absolutely epic what they've been doing right now. Like, they could be a dynasty and keep on continuing that throughout the years for like this next decade for OKC. It should be like the Western Conference for like the next decade. That could be dominated by OKC and San Antonio, and it should be fun if that's that way, because it's gonna be Wemby against Chet, and that's just gonna be just wild. Yeah, man, that Red Sox 2018, that was incredible. I remember I got a fan pack after the end of the 2018 season. I rode out to the Red Sox front office, and they were able to send me in the mail Fenway dirt that I got off the fan pack. Patriots gonna win it all. I still would have to see that. I think it's gonna be tough, honestly, with the injuries. I mean, that would be amazing if they're able to win it all, but they did suffer a lot of injuries yesterday. So I am quite concerned with their offensive line. Their offensive line's losing a lot of key players. Yeah, they went to like one of their second offensive linemen yesterday because Will Campbell didn't play, and their backup guy got injured yesterday. Yeah, Travion Henderson, too, took like a scary hit. Yeah, he had, I'm pretty sure, a concussion yesterday. They ruled him out due to a head injury. Yeah, that was scary. And he's been so key this year for the Patriots. He just brings that speed element to their team. So, yeah, they came back and won yesterday, but like the negative part about it is the injuries really hurt them yesterday. Just what the hope is that next 2 games, they get the Dolphins, they get the Jets. So, or the Jets and the Dolphins to close it out, is that hopefully they can get up by like a hefty margin and then start to rest their starters and play like the backup guys for like a good chunk of the second half if they're able to get up. Bounce pass inside, looking for Isaiah Jackson. Got taken away here by Pritchard. Inside the key, Boston with possession. Pritchard, crossover, jumper, 14-footer off the step back, missed off the mark, tipped up in the air. Offensive rebound goes to Simons. Brown with a 3 straight away, rattles in on the triple. Celtics pull within 1. Big response right there by Jaylen Brown on the 3 ball. 9 points right now for JB. Corner three by Ethan Thompson. It is good for the perimeter. Sam Hauser, first time on the floor for him tonight. Quick three for him, around the rim and out. Rebound back to Thompson and the Pacers. Thompson on top, off the pass by Nembhard. Back to Nembhard with a three at the left wing. A swoosh. Wow. Indiana shooting the ball. The cover off the ball right now. 7 for 8 from the perimeter to begin this game. Simons off the double team. Gets the way towards his left into the hands to Hauser. Back over to Simons. Simons at the top, approaching 5 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Jumper at the elbow, off the back rim, no good. Ripped away off the glass by Jarris Walker for the defensive rebound for the Pacers. Walker bouncing bodies, attacking the paint, right past Simons with a left-hand finish. Playing bully ball right there to the rim by Jarris Walker. Largest lead of the game by Indiana, up by 9. Brown off the dribble, bumped into and fouled. Reaching in was Isaiah Jackson, who picks up the personal foul. Yeah, extending the play, that's just so huge for having a quarterback like Drake May. Is his ability to extend the play and make things happen when he buys time, gets out of the pocket. When KD came back from his Achilles injury, he was still missing a lot of time. I think he was injured quite a bit with Brooklyn when he came back. Cada, no good, as that shot got altered by Jackson. Got a piece of that ball at the low block. Ethan Thompson, a two-way player with a three, and he buries it. This be a good opportunity here for Joe Mazzulla to burn a timeout, but no, he's going to let his team keep on playing through this. 30-18, 8 for 9 from the perimeter. The team that's dead last in the NBA in three-point shooting percentages, 8 for 9 in the opening quarter. Jaylen Brown slipped off the dribble. Ooh. Is he okay? Oh, boy. Celtics have to burn a timeout here. Okay, yeah, positive sign that Jaylen Brown's okay. Wow. That did not look good. Jaylen Brown slipped off the dribble. I thought for a moment that he was going to have like a non-contact injury, and it looked awkward to him once he got into a pivot, as he got initially stuck and then had to burn a timeout. So the Celtics take their timeout there. 4:05 left to go in the first. But yeah, that was concerning. Good to see that Jaylen Brown was able to walk off fine, but when that whole play started to develop, he kind of like slipped off the dribble, picked up the loose ball, went into a pivot, but just didn't look himself for like a brief second, and then burned a timeout, and then he was fine after that. Like, I was prepared for the worst. I thought that we were about to see him just not be able to put pressure on one of his feet and limp away, but it seemed like he walked away fine. So it seemed like he was fine after that. That was awkward. Yeah, this has just been weird so far. Celtics have just not been able to play defense. Celtics not even bothering to defend. So we come back to action. Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, and Nehemiah Queta. Seems like Jaylen Brown's okay. I wonder if it was a problem with his shoe. He's checking out his shoe right now. He has a shoe off on the bench. And Queta goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws come up by Queta. I want to see if there's any reports over on Twitter. Yeah, still early. I've seen the Celtics down by double digits. They've come back. They've won. So still early on. Queta's going to have 2 free throws. First shot. No good. Missed it off the rim. Second free throw, no good off the mark. A rebound secured by Walker, so Queta goes 0 for 2 that trip at the free throw line. Yeah, it looked awkward for that whole Jaylen Brown play. And I just went to Twitter to see if there was any like injury update or so with Jaylen Brown, because that whole possession where he called a timeout looked awkward, and people were saying that his entire shoe blew up. So that's the reason why he's got his shoe off, staring at it on the bench. He still has his shoe off right now, and one of his hands as the camera's focused towards that bench area, and the Pacers shoot an air ball as it sails out of bounds. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's still dangling around with his shoe currently. So Brown right now is on the bench, and looks like on the previous possession that he was out there, his entire shoe blew up on one of his feet. Pritchard at the top, creating space here as he takes on one defender, gets right past number 29. In the process, an offensive foul committed, charge to Keita. Illegal screen set by Keita. Was able to get past Quentin Jackson off the screen, but yeah, Keita, heavy screener right there, and then tripped up Jackson. Yeah, luckily for the Celtics, they're on their home floor. New Balance is right down the street on Guest Street. So hopefully they're in operation if they don't have any other shoes in the building. Corner jumper, no good by the Pacers. Hits the top of the backboard, bottom part of the shot clock out of bounds, as it was a miss by Mathurin. Celtics just not in the flow of the offense right now. Playing down to their opponents. We've seen this a couple times this season. Keita, top of the key under 3 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Simons dribbles up, a runner, 14-footer, connects on it. That's good for the deuce by Anthony Simons. Wonder if there's a cold going on in the building or so for the Celtics. Simons was going back on the defensive side of the floor. He was hacking a little bit, covering his mouth with one of his hands. Jumper, mid-range, off the mark, no good. Missed by Indiana with number 29. Quentin Jackson. Celtics with possession. White, bounce pass, finds Hauser. Hauser takes it back out to the left wing perimeter. Into the hands to Derek White. Off the dribble, drives past Jackson, leaning up, no good on the shot. Got it partially blocked. Keita came down with a loose ball. Hauser with a three. He buries it. Sam Hauser, trifecta from the perimeter. Sam Hauser, massive in the victory over Miami on Friday. Jackson, handoff Mathurin, slides it off towards his right to Siakam. Siakam in silent in the early going. Benedict Mathurin. Dribbles, drives, low block up fake, working on Hugo Gonzalez, coming off a 10-point game with 10 rebounds on Saturday, and Jay Huff in the corner stepped to the bounds. Turnover by the Pacers. Cato will take a seat on the bench. It's Hauser, White, Hugo Gonzalez, Anthony Simons, Luka Garza. That's the five of the court currently. Celtics starting to awaken, down by 7. Looking to close the deficit. Handoff White. White, top of the key. Takes the three. Makes the three from downtown. Bang, bang by Derek White. Here we go. The Derek White party starting to show up. 8-zip run by the Celtics. Siakam dribbles, drives, spin cycle. Almost got swooped away by White. And hitting the deck was Quentin Jackson, able to get the ball off the Furphy. Cross-court pass into the hands of Mathurin. Mathurin bumped off the dribble by Hauser, as Hauser picks up the reach and foul. What's good, Wayne LZ on the stream. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Hugo's been playing some big minutes recently. Love the development already from Hugo. Usually those types of guys, like first-year players, get sent right to the G League, but he's playing meaningful minutes at the NBA level. Missed jumper by Indiana. Celtics control the rebound up the floor. Simons, no good on a three off the back rim. Hauser, far side, tried to keep it in the court of play. Out of bounds with it down the far side, and it will go back to the Pacers. Tough start for Boston, just 26 on the scoreboard currently. Indiana with a possession. Mathurin, spin cycle to the rim. That's good. It's number 29, Quentin Jackson, who scores up and in off the glass plus the foul. Yeah, he's on a two-way contract. He kind of looks a little bit like Aaron Nesmith. Quentin Jackson, third-year guy at Texas A&M. Kind of got similar... Kind of like a similar hairstyle to Aaron Nesmith. Yeah, thanks for joining in for a first timer here out on the channel. Free throw is good. 7-point lead once again for the Pacers. Final minute left to go in the opening quarter. Celtics cross midcourt. Pacers torching the Celtics from 3-point range. 8 for 12 from the perimeter. White with a 3 off the rim, no good. Jackson with a rebound as he gets knocked down by Simons. The Celtics already over the limit. Pacers back into the bonus. Will shoot free throws. Yeah, bad personal foul there by Anthony Simons. You could have called it either way. Luka Garza back into that play also knocked down Jay Huff battling for the rebound. So that could have either got called either way to those players. But the first one was the contact from Simons, and then Garza a couple split seconds later contacted Jay Huff from behind. So this will be free throws here. Quentin Jackson back at the free throw line. First one's good. Second free throw is good. Hey, what's good? Rissa on the stream. Welcome in. Celtics down by 9, needing to get back into this game. White, cross court. Connects with Hauser. Now back into the hands to White. White at the top of the key, defended by Furphy. Slides it off towards his right. Hauser into the hands to White once again. 10 on the timer. White with a 3 straight away. Halfway down, no good. Rolled around the rim and out. Pacers. Shot clock turned off here with a defensive rebound with Johnny Furphy and Pascal Siakam. Chance here to go by double digits if they're able to score a basket. Mathurin. 5 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Mathurin off the dribble. Mathurin powers his way inside. And awkward off the glass as he missed it towards the top right of the glass. Full court shots result in an air ball. But the Celtics, we close out the end of the opening quarter. Pacers 35, Celtics 26. Tough start for Boston right now. Hopefully they can start to turn things around. But their defense... taking this game lightly, not really much physicality, not getting out, contesting these threes. And the Pacers, who came into the game dead last in the entire league in 3-point shooting the ball 8 for 12 through the opening quarter. Yeah, hopefully better second quarter and beyond for the Celtics. That was a rough opening quarter there. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Derek White, good start for him so far tonight. He's got 8 points leading the way for Boston. Jaylen Brown's got 9, so Jaylen Brown leads the team. Then Derek White is 8. It goes by... So how the box goes by, it goes by the players who are on the floor. So that's why Jaylen Brown's not listed right now, because he was on the bench to close out the quarter. But Jaylen Brown has 9 points currently. Derek White with 8. Got to get other players to step up. Sam Hauser with a 3. Josh Minot with 2, Anthony Simons with 2, Peyton Pritchard. Only 2 points for him, just 1 for 5 shooting so far. Yeah, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas as well. Happy holidays out to everybody out there. What's good, Jose? Cruz in the stream. Thanks for joining in, man. Yeah, so I do work with a couple of Division III colleges for basketball. UMass Dartmouth, Wheaton College at Division III. And then I get started working at a couple of Division I's as well. They don't have me on basketball because those guys are usually the guys that cover basketball for the broadcast team. They have like 30-plus years of experience. But I do work games covering like water polo, swimming, lacrosse at a couple of Division I colleges. So I'm at Brown University. I cover them mainly for water polo, and then I also cover games at Bryant University. They got me mostly for swimming over there. They had me cover a game for volleyball back in the fall for one of their senior day games. So like mostly brand new there. I started off a couple months ago at Bryant, and then I'm also at Stonehill that I do games. Yeah, good opportunities to get your foot in the door and stuff, but it's mainly Division III because that's where they need the help, and the guys that's at D1 have like 30-plus years of experience, but being able to get my foot in the door and move up in the industry has been pretty cool recently. 3-point shot here by Furphy at the wing, and he buries it. Celtics have to put a stop to that right now. Man, Indiana 9 for 13 for the perimeter. Luka Garza. Hand off to Simon. Simon's wide open three. Tees it up, and he bricked it off the rim. Garza off. It's a rebound. Putbacks there. Up and then off the glass for 2. Oh, man. So sorry to hear that, Jeffrey. Yeah, that's really tough. I hear you, man. Really tough towards the holidays. It's been tough recently with the stuff going on. Siakam elevates for the J. Connects on it at the elbow. Yeah, really tough recently. So I just talked about my connection to Brown. So I cover the water polo teams doing the broadcast games at Brown over on ESPN Plus, and yeah, that was just terrible. What happened over a week ago with the whole situation at Brown? That was just so sad. And then there was Rob Reiner last week too, and then Greg Biffle, who I watch a bunch for NASCAR. Grew up watching him for NASCAR. Just terrible. Yeah, I agree, Ward. It's been a really tough year. It did not start out well with, like, the stuff going on in the world. I remember there was, like, a Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans, and within, like, the first couple hours, there was some bad stuff that happened, how we started off the year, 2025, and it's ended pretty bad with, like, a lot of tragedy going on with, like, famous people. It's so sad. Yeah, it's just terrible. Yesterday, actually, when I opened up YouTube, the first video in my recommended was a video with Greg Biffle in my recommended from December 12th, and he was talking about in the video how he was getting ready for Christmas and excited to see his children open up presents next to the Christmas tree in his house. It's just so sad. Like, he did so much stuff for the Hurricane Helene victims, and I remember growing up watching Greg Biffle in NASCAR, driving for Roush Fenway Racing. He drove the number 16. Derek White at the top. Celtics in the rut, down by 12 currently. Got to get going right now. Sam Hauser at the wing, into the hands to Derek White. Derek White, top of the key. Dribbles up inside the free throw circle. Jumper, no good off the mark. Missed the 2. Siakam with a defensive rebound. Man, Celtics are just way off right now from the floor. Quentin Jackson, cross-court huff. And to the hands of Mathurin. Soars up over White. Great defense there by Derek White. He's able to alter the shot. Missed off the glass by Mathurin. Gonzalez takes the distance. Slicing defenders right to the rim for Hugo. And a timeout taken on the floor by Indiana. That's going to get the team going for the Celtics. 40-30, Hugo Gonzalez, coast to coast, as he was a chainsaw ripping through the teeth of the defense, scoring the 2. There we go. Let's see if the Celtics can start to respond here. The energy builder with that possession with Hugo Gonzalez. Yeah, Celtics came in as an 11.5 point favorite tonight. This is one that they should win. You're in third place in the Eastern Conference. Can't really be losing these types of games, but there's been times that they played down to their opponents. They split against Brooklyn back in November. They beat Brooklyn the first time. They lost to them the second time. They lost a game early on. I think it was early November against Utah. They lost against Utah in a game that they should have won. And it was at the TD Garden, and they did not show up against Utah. And Utah scored a game-winning bucket. And then they lost against the Bucks a couple weeks back without Giannis in Milwaukee. And that was one that was like a head-scratcher. Hey, what's good, Michael? Welcome and Merry Christmas. Yeah, I hear you, Warren. The job market's not good out there. Going into the new year, I'm not even sure about my full-time job, what's going to happen, because there's supposed to be like a new management group for my full-time job that takes over. So, as of now, it looks like I'm pretty safe, but hopefully they don't have new people come in when I show up to work one day and say that they're taking over my position and then I'm out. So, a little concerned. Yeah, double-digit point favorite going into this game for Boston. Pacers playing like the team that they thought that they'd play like without Halliburton this season. A deep team that plays fast, up the floor, scores a lot of twos. It's been more from three-point range tonight. Celtics just not even bothering defending the three-point line. 9 for 13 from the perimeter by Indiana. Siakam, 4 for 5, 11 points by Siakam. 6 by Mathurin, 6 by Ethan Thompson, and Quentin Jackson with 5. Thompson and Jackson both two-way contract guys. Back to action, 9.5 left to go before halftime. Mathurin on top, towards his left off the dribble, hand off to Thompson. His pass broken up, kick though. It's on Hauser, the kicked ball violation. How to watch this one? It's if you're from the U.S., if you're from New England or Indiana, you can get the game on the regional network. You can get it on League Pass if you're not from those areas, but those are the only ways you can get there. This is a regional game. Where I'm from, it's on the NBC Sports Boston in New England, as Nembhard buries the jumper in the deep two. 12-point lead for the Pacers. But if you're not from any of the local areas or regional areas like Indiana, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont, Rhode Island, Connecticut, it's only available through League Pass. I don't think there's any way that you can watch it internationally if you're international and trying to watch it. Jumper is good by Nembhard as he's able to bury the triple. Celtics just struggling all night long to defend the perimeter. Hugo Gonzalez slides it off towards his right. Into the hands to Hauser. Jumper. That's a laser beam from the perimeter by Pritchard. Big shot right there by Peyton Pritchard from downtown. I gotta get to the second, that's why. As we approach the 8-minute mark left to go before halftime, it's Siakam buries the J right back. Trying to get my clock up because I have to resync it. Once again, there we go. 7:50 left to go. I saw it was like a tad off and then accidentally hit Q1 instead of Q2. Pritchard lobs it up over the top. Keita throws it down with a two-to flush. Good to see right there with alley-oop jam for Boston. Down to 7:35 left to go before halftime. 20-8 points in the paint right now in favor of the Celtics. Nembhard off the dribble, has it at the elbow, poke loose, defended by Brown, gets it back outside to the perimeter. At the corner, jumper, and he's able to drill it. That is good there by Andrew Nembhard on the J from the right corner. Celtics with possession. Pritchard, spin cycle outside, finds Hauser. Hauser tees up the three off the back rim, no good. Tipped up in the air by Keita. And a loose ball foul charge to Boston. It's on Keita. So this will go right back into the direction here of the Pacers. So we got 7:05 left to go before half. Pacers with possession. Andrew Nembhard, 8.7 rebounds so far tonight. Mathurin at the top. Step back three in the air. Straight away off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Pritchard. Pritchard bursts the speed up the floor. Cross court connects with Gonzalez into the hands to Brown. Jaylen Brown inside the key. Finds Keita. Keita top of the free throw circle. Looking for Pritchard. Gets Pritchard. 8 on the timer. Pritchard. Kick out corner. Hauser couldn't control it. It's out of bounds. It's off of the Celtics. Tough possession right there. We'll go right back over to Indiana. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscriber. Down to 6:33 left to go before halftime. Andrew Nembhard with possession. Pacers right to left on the floor with the basketball. Mathurin cross court off to Nembhard. 8 on the timer. Nembhard dribbles up, defended by Keita, blocked from the side by Gonzalez as it sails out of bounds. Man, great defense right there by Hugo Gonzalez coming in with a swat. Pacers with 4.1 seconds in the shot clock. That's the third block by the Celtics as a team. Inbound goes off to the corner. Ethan Thompson on the three, and he drills it. Celtics just not even bothering to defend the perimeter tonight. Pacers are red hot, 11 for 16 from three. 6 minutes left to go before half. Celtics got a lot of work to do tonight, down by 15. Peyton Pritchard on the floor with Brown, Keita, Shireman, and Minot. Brown has at the top, jab step, takes on Ethan Thompson, one-on-one in the mismatch. Brown, step back jumper, deep two, Rainbow, off the mark, no good. A rebound, secure by Indiana by number 11. For the Pacers with James Wiseman, former Golden State Warrior. Corner jumper, Nembhard, kaboinked off the back rim. Brown tips it up to Minot for the defensive rebound. Celtics with it. Pritchard. Pass midcourt, dribbles up, bursts of speed. Dish outside to the corner. Minot dribbles inside the key. Minot turns the corner with a left hand. Couldn't finish. Keita batted it out to the perimeter. He got picked up by Jarris Walker for the rebound. Nembhard got it stripped to the bounds, and it went off the Celtics last. 5:08 left to go before half. 37 points on the board for the Celtics. This has been a dreadful opening half of basketball. 41% shooting, just 5 for 15 from the perimeter. Nothing's going right. Breaking shots, not bothering to defend the perimeter. They're lucky they're not down by much more. Zero physicality displayed by the Celtics. Jumper, Mathurin, free throw circle, no good. Keita tips up to Brown for the defensive rebound. Celtics with possession. Jaylen Brown crossover, lost the handle off the dribble, got it back at the free throw circle, and Brown gets fouled. It's on Mathurin, who picks up the reach-in foul. Yeah, it's really tough out there, Warren. Really tough to get a lot of jobs. And what's crazy is that these employers think that they can go through like 5 or 6 rounds of interviews before hiring somebody. Like, it's just so time-consuming with the whole job market and everything out there. Peyton Pritchard gets the inbound. Off the screen set by Brown. Brown flares towards his left. Finds Brown. Brown steps into a three. Off the mark, no good. It tipped up to Pritchard for the offensive rebound. Pritchard. A lot of dribbling inside the key. Bouncing bodies. Defended by Nembhard. Off the pivot. Put up the jumper. And he got it a go. It's good for 2. Able to get the bounce by Peyton Pritchard. 13-point game. Celtics trying to get signs of life back into this one. Thompson got taken away inside the key. Keita there alongside Minot, who came up with a steal. And Jaylen Brown had it taken away. Cross-court, poked loose out of bounds, went off the Pacers. It'll stay Celtics ball. Great defense here. Keita at the rim. They were looking to set up a alley-oop to Wiseman, and Keita right there at the backside help of the rim, and then Josh Minot was able to take it away. Yeah, I had a job in the fall that I had to go through 6 rounds of interviews. I finished runner-up, and the job that I went for is one of the guys that I work for broadcasting games. And it turned out that through the 6 rounds of interviews, the money that I would have been making was $3,000 less than my current full-time job. Jumpers good by Pritchard as he's able to put up the J and deliver at the elbow. 11-point game right now. And it was for like guinea pig money too, which was unfortunate. Nembhard at the left baseline. Slides it over to Furphy. Cross courts. As Thompson will attack the paint, slicing offenders as he finishes with a left-hand layup. 13-point lead right now. Celtics got to get their team back into order here. It's been a rough opening half. Pritchard drives on Furphy. Gets some space. Jumper. Mid-range. Came off the rim short. The rebound goes right back over to the Pacers as we're down to under 3.5 minutes left to go before halftime. Siakam takes on Minot. Turn around jumper. Drills the 2. And Joe Mazzulla will have to burn a timeout here as the Celtics find themselves down by 15. 6-21 record for the Pacers And right now, it's Indiana who leads this game on the road for the Pacers, who are 1-12 in road games this season. Man, this is brutal for the Celtics. They come out, they play like this. Like, this is pretty embarrassing how they're playing right now. This is not the Celtics team that we've seen the last couple of weeks. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I appreciate y'all for joining in, being a part here on the channel for this one. They've had these types of games from time to time this season that they just start to relax way too much. Just not out here challenging shots and not defending at a high level tonight. Yeah, really just uncharacteristic game tonight out of the Celtics, that they come out and they play like this. It's probably as good as I can get it. Yep, Siegel's been saying that for years. Yeah, Celtics just haven't been shooting the ball well from three tonight. 5 for 16 from the perimeter. Pacers drilling their threes, 11 for 17. I don't think the Celtics had this one in the scouting report tonight, that they're just leaving the Pacers shooters wide open and they're drilling those threes. So we get back to action. 15-point game. Celtics got to get their heads right into the game here. Pritchard, defended by Furphy around the perimeters. Pritchard, Gonzalez, White, Cada, and Brown, the 5 in the court. Derek White at the top, slides off to Pritchard. Push pass to the corner. Brown dribbles up. Jumper. Deep 2, no good. And that's one that usually hits. Wide open, uncontested jumper on a deep 2 at the baseline, but couldn't send it down, and they're just 7 for 17 from the floor in this quarter. Siakam off towards his right. Ethan Thompson bricked the 3 off the back rim. Pritchard out-muscled by Furphy on the defensive glass. Furphy's pass broke it up out of bounds off White. Yeah, Celtics just playing light out there. Just zero physicality displayed by Boston as Indiana checks it away into the Xfinity. Front row, courtside, press area. It's a turnover by the Pacers. Got to generate points off this turnover if you're the Celtics. Boston with it. 2.5 left to go before halftime. Jaylen Brown moves on top off to Cada. Cada backs his way, defended by Jay Huff. Shovels off to Pritchard. Pritchard towards his left off the dribble. Pocket pass. Cada couldn't handle it cleanly. Turned it over. It is Nembhard up the floor. He came up with a steal. Ethan Thompson on the court with Nembhard, Siakam, Jay Huff, and Johnny Furphy. Pascal Siakam working on Hugo Gonzalez off the pivot. Floated it up. No good off the mark. Jaylen Brown with a defensive rebound. Brown, White, Pritchard, Gonzalez, and Cada, the 5 of the core as Brown attacks the paint. Missed the layup, no good. Contested at the rim, went down. Refs let him play on. Furphy off the outlet, finds Siakam. Siakam tees up the 3 and he buries it. And the Celtics are in a massive hole right now. 18-point game. 21 by Pascal Siakam in the first half. Nothing going right for the Celtics. Derek White got the basketball stripped, turned it over, and it goes right back over to Indiana. Quentin Jackson, 5 points tonight in 7 minutes for the Pacers. Siakam attacking on Gonzalez, gets fouled. And 2 free throws coming up here at the line for Pascal Siakam. A chance to go up by 20. Man, this is brutal. Siakam with 21. Ethan Thompson with 11. He's on a 2-way contract. I mean, this is just simply embarrassing right now for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown with 11. Peyton Pritchard with 9. Derek White with 8. Everybody else with 3 or below. First free throw. Got it by Siakam. Man, Celtics just not showing up tonight, playing light. As light as a feather. There's no physicality being displayed out there. They're just getting smashed all over the place. Second free throw. That's good. Yeah, this has been just terrible so far. Pritchard dribbles up to the elbow. Back out to the perimeter. Spots up for the 3. Off the mark, no good. Keita, offensive rebound. Fouled on the floor. Got the putback. It will not count. Clock stops with 1:08. See, those are the shots that the Celtics should be making. And they just can't hit them tonight. Peyton Pritchard, wide open 3. Both feet behind the 3-point line. Able to find time to spot up for a target range practice shot. Couldn't make it. Pritchard off the inbound. Approaching the final minute left to go. Lobs it up over the top. Keita soars up and he throws it down with a 2-2 flush. We'll see if that can start to build the energy right now for the Celtics. Siakam leaves it off for Thompson. Back over to Siakam. Edge of the midcourt logo. 10 in the timer for Indiana. Celtics looking for a stop, looking for a bucket to give them a little bit of momentum going into halftime. Siakam, no good in a 3. Rebound secured by Keita. Jaylen Brown at the top. Jaylen, step back 3 in the air over Thompson. Poor shot, left it short. And Mathurin out of the pack comes away with a defensive rebound. Siakam up the floor. 5-second differential, shot clock and game clock to close out. Going to halftime. Andrew Nembhard at the edge of the midcourt logo right now for Indiana. Nembhard, top of the key. 6 in the shot clock. Nembhard dribbles up free throw circle. Nembhard up fake. Nembhard off the pivot. Nembhard step through. Couldn't get it though. Around the rim and out. Gonzalez with a defensive rebound. Pritchard up the floor to 3 at the buzzer. No good. Just past midcourt. And we close out going to halftime. It's a lopsided one so far tonight. 61-43. The Pacers lead by 18 over the Celtics. Nothing going right now for Boston. 2 solid wins over the Heat and the Raptors. And then tonight, they come out taking the Pacers lightly. 6-21 record by Indiana. Doesn't matter. Throw the records out the window. This Pacers team got all the way to the NBA Finals Game 7 last year and took the Thunder right down to the wire. 18-point advantage for the Pacers. Just an awful first half by the Celtics. Yeah, the Pacers are 6-22. Celtics are 17-11. If you dig deeper into the records, here's the thing that hurts. The Pacers are 1-12 in road games. The Pacers have just 1 road game win this season for them. They have the worst road record in the NBA. And right now they're winning by 18 at halftime at the TD Garden. Man, this was a brutal first half to watch. Only road win was at Chicago December 5th. So 17 days ago, they beat Chicago on the road 120-105. They've taken a lot of bad beats on the road. They're coming off a loss at the Pelicans, 128-109 on Saturday. They've lost 4 straight games in a row. One of those games, they got smashed by Washington and lost to the Wizards by 19. They scored only 89 points in a 108-89 loss 8 days ago at home against Washington. Wow, if the Pacers win this game, this would go a long way for them. They're 2-0 against Chicago this year, so that's interesting. Here's the wins that the Pacers have. They beat Golden State on November 1st. They beat Charlotte, beat Washington, and then beat Chicago twice. They beat Sacramento. So that was their last win. Was against Sacramento 14 days ago, 2 weeks ago on December 8th, 116-105. And they have a game in between. So the Celtics are well rested. The Celtics take on Indiana in their next game on Friday. So the day after Christmas, the Celtics are back in action. Celtics kind of have a weird schedule. They get the West Coast road trip next week. They got quite an easy schedule coming up. But a lot of those games are road games out on the opposite side of the U.S. And Indiana actually has a game in between, so they have Milwaukee coming up tomorrow. So that's brutal. So Indiana tonight, they're at Boston, and then tomorrow they're back at home taking on Milwaukee. So they fly right back to the Midwest on their home court tomorrow to take on the Bucks, and then they host the Celtics on Friday. Nothing went right in that opening half for the Celtics. Poor shooting, terrible shot selection. The ball's not moving. 38% for the floor. Can't play defense. They got lit up. Pacers 21 for 41, 51% shooting. And the concerning sign is the 3-point defense. Like, Celtics come out not even bothering to play defense and defend the perimeter tonight. They're just allowing Indiana to take open threes and make those shots. It's like that wasn't the part of the scouting report, what it seems like tonight. Celtics allowing the Pacers to shoot 12 for 20 from 3-point range, and the Celtics, I don't know what they're doing tonight. Got to tighten up defensively, get in the grill, play with physicality, crash the glass, and then attack them. Get to the free throw line. Celtics frustrated with some of the calls they've got tonight too, because they've thought they've got fouled a couple of times going in for layups, but they didn't. Celtics only went to the free throw line twice. They're 2 for 4 tonight at the free throw line. Yeah, this is stunning. Down by 18 right now at the half. The Celtics were an 11.5 point favorite coming in. Right now at the break, Celtics money line is plus 185 according to NBC Sports Boston that they put right now up on the screen. Plus 15.5 tonight for Nemhard. Let's see what he's got. He's got 8. I can see him reaching that tonight. I can see him scoring at least 16. Yeah, he's usually clutch too in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Celtics have had these games this year, like games that they should win clearly on paper, and they just take it lightly and they don't show up. It's frustrating. It happens like once every couple weeks. Once every 2 or 3 weeks or so, there's always that type of game that they should be able to win this game going up against a team with a significant amount of injuries, and they just take it lightly. Hopefully Mr. Tops can give the Celtics better luck in the second half. I'm going to see if I can go get Mr. Tops here at halftime. Siegel is waiting for Mr. Tops, and I'll go get Mr. Tops, and we'll be back in a couple moments. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna bring in Mr. Tops here on the stream. You want to see the score, Mr. Tops? Because he was sleeping in the first half. Yeah, might be aware here from Mr. Tops. He might do a squishy on the stream, and that would not be good. Any words to say for the second half, buddy? He wants the Celtics to move fast like him. Yep, he's moving fast. He's trying to give the Celtics motivation here for the second half. Alright, buddy. You see the score, buddy? Yeah, you're not too proud of that score. Nope, he just wiped away his face. He's disappointed in the Celtics score tonight. Yikes. Well, it's only the first half, buddy. There's still a second half to be played. Patriots were down by 2 touchdowns yesterday with 10 minutes, or 2 possessions yesterday with 10 minutes left. They came back and won. Yeah, anything's possible. Should you cash out? I would say no. There's a second half that still needs to be played. Anything could happen. Celtics are playing in their home floor. And I got all faith tonight that Joe Mazzulla will make the right adjustments. Get his team to start to move the ball much better. Play within the flow of the offense. Start to space the floor properly. And yeah, Mr. Tops is mad. I just saw him open up his mouth. He is not happy with the Celtics right now. Oop. He is not happy with the Celtics. I'm going to have to put Mr. Tops back because he is not happy with the Celtics. So, I'm going to put Mr. Tops back, and then we'll be back in a couple moments. And hopefully after the end of this stream, we'll have a better ending here for the Celtics because Mr. Tops, the Celtics mascot, will hopefully get his team to propel in the right direction and flip the script and get his team the victory in the second half. So I'm going to put Mr. Tops away, and then we'll be back in for the second half in a couple minutes. Siegel 11, Mr. Tops. So yeah, that's my tortoise, Mr. Tops. Best of luck there tonight. The Zipper Rooster going with the Celtics. Yeah. It's tough right now. Down by 18. We still have a second half, though. Like, there's still a second half to take place. Hopefully, if you did any picks tonight in this game, hopefully none of them contain Celtics minus 11.5 to cover the spread, because they're going to have to completely flip this around and outscore the Pacers by like 30-plus points in the second half in order to cover that spread, most likely. So hopefully you didn't take the Celtics in the spread today. Hopefully it was just the money line, because still a lot of work to be done. They're down by 18, but a lot more confident about just simply the Celtics money line instead of the Celtics and the points in the spread, because right now that's going to be really difficult to get tonight. Man, just I haven't seen a first half this bad in a long time by Boston. Just that ball's just not zipping. It's not moving. And they've had the looks. They just can't hit their shots. And we've seen this from time to time. The Celtics just get stone cold. It was that third quarter against Milwaukee from a couple weeks back that they just went simply stone cold, and they couldn't buy a bucket for lengthy stretches in that game to save their lives. And here they are once again tonight. They just can't buy a bucket. quick look around the scoreboard in the NBA. There's only 2 other games going on right now. Both of them close. Cavs up against the Hornets 82-80. Pelicans and Mavs tied up at 48. I still think they can get this in the right direction and bounce back in the second half and win this one tonight. So I still believe that they can win this game tonight for Boston. If they do win this game, it's going to have to be close. I don't see them winning. It's going to have to take a miracle for them to win by double digits, and they're going to have to be draining everything in the second half, and the Pacers going to have to be bricking anything. I still see that there's a chance tonight. So I haven't given up on the Celtics. There's still a second half that has to be played, but in order for that to happen, it all starts by defending the perimeter. Got to start to play much more physical basketball, get up into the grill of those guys and contest shots. Celtics aren't playing defense. Yeah, that first half should be a wake-up call. Hopefully there's a fire lit in this team in the second half and they come out and they play. It's a complete 180 from the first half. That's what I'm hoping for. Pacers, yellow jerseys, dark blue numbers, dark blue letters. Celtics, white jerseys, green numbers, green letters as we're about to begin the second half of action. Pacers with a possession here to begin quarter number 3. Andrew Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, Jay Huff, Eaton Thompson, Pascal Siakam, the 5 on the floor to open up the third quarter. Huff on the 3, no good off the mark. Offensive rebound by Thompson. Celtics have 3 guys there inside the paint. Could have come up with a defensive rebound. Siakam finds Thompson, backs his way on the white at the mid-block. Thompson, bounce pass into the hands of Siakam, pops up over Gonzalez on the 3, missed off the back rim, no good. Derek White secures the defensive rebound. We'll see if this starts something right now for the Celtics. Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Hugo Gonzalez starts off the third quarter. Peyton Pritchard and Demias Queta, the 5 on the floor to begin the second half for the Celtics. Brown backs his way inside the key. Brown with a right-handed hook, puts it up. And he will not get it a count as he traveled, according to the refs, took too many steps off the back pedal. And it will not be counted for 2. It's a turnover on Jaylen Brown. Traveling violation. Too many steps off the back pedal inside the key. He scored a basket. He took too many steps with it, though. And Peyton Pritchard picks up a quick reach and foul. Yeah, he's defending Nembhard. And actually, they got him on the shot. Wow, they got Pritchard on the shot. Nembhard was going up into the shooting motion, the ref said. So free throws here at the line for Nembhard. First one's good. Second free throw is good. 20-point game. Pacers are 9 for 11 at the free throw line. Celtics only 2 trips tonight at the charity stripe. 2 for 4. Brown, shovel pass, underneath. Gonzalez scores, up and it off the backboard. There we go, 18-point game. Nice assist right there by Jaylen Brown. Jay Huff pops up for a 3, missed off the mark, no good. Gonzalez couldn't squeeze it. Unable to collect the defensive rebound. The Pacers have it right back. Thompson with a 3. It's an air ball to bounce. Okay. That's a start right there by the Celtics. Getting out on the perimeter, contesting that 3. Gonzalez, corner 3, no good off the mark. Really good look. Couldn't make it, though, from the perimeter. So it was an uncontested 3. Nembhard goes backdoor, goes up, gets fouled. It's on Gonzalez, who picks up the shooting foul. Yeah, if you're just joining in, this is just disappointing tonight. Celtics down by 20 just a moment ago, 18 points. They're trailing by right now. And 2 more free throws here at the line for Andrew Nembhard. First free throw is good. Hugo Gonzalez now with 3 personal fouls. Queta with 2. Everybody else with either 1 or 0. Pacers with 2 personal fouls each by Benedict Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson. Second free throw is good. 20-point game. Pritchard on the floor with Queta Brown, Gonzalez, and White. Pritchard at the top, bounce pass into the hands of White. Takes on Ethan Thompson off the dribble, spin cycle inside the key, floats up the shot, got it to go. It's good for 2. Got to play defense, down by 18. Nembhard around the perimeter at the right wing, slides it off to Siakam, back into the hands to Nembhard. Nembhard dribbles up, a jumper, baseline, connects on it. Somebody asked me right at halftime if Andrew Nembhard was going to get 15.5 plus. What a start he's had. 14 points right now for Nembhard coming out in the beginning of this third quarter. Jaylen Brown off the pivot, scores up and through with a right-hand layup. Matching buckets, Celtics need to provide stops. Haven't been able to get them tonight. Thompson at the wing of the perimeter, drops it down to Siakam at the low block. Takes on Gonzalez, the rookie who has 3 personal fouls. Has to be careful right here. Siakam falling away. High arcer off the back rim, no good. Tapped in for 2 by Benedict Mathurin. Queta couldn't box out. Mathurin shoves it right back off the putback. 20-point lead for the Pacers. And Joe Mazzulla, frustrated with what he's been seeing today, has to burn another timeout. Celtics with only 3 timeouts left. Man, that is just brutal. The failure to box out in the second half. Right now, it's apparent. Celtics just, man, they're looking weak tonight. Just not themselves, getting out-manhandled all over the place. Struggling to box out. 25 rebounds by the Pacers, 21 by the Celtics. Couple big offensive rebounds recently, leading the putbacks. Oof. Whole scoreboard glitch, too. Wow. Yeah, if you see a buffer for just a second, I'm going to have to exit out, re-put it back in for just a brief moment. There we go. My apologies for that. We're back on. I got the scoreboard. Scoreboard just glitched there, so my apologies back. Just a moment ago. We got it back on. Yeah, so Celtics just burned a timeout. This has just been unfortunate today. Celtics getting just out-manhandled in this game. There we go. Yep, timeout slide is back in order. I think I gotta format one of these to Celtics here. Alright, so we come out of the timeout. 20-point game. Celtics right to left on the floor with the basketball. And for these Simons, burst the speed up the floor, missed the layup. Garza offensive rebound. Garza putbacks. Good for 2, up and it off the glass. Yeah, they just don't look like themselves right now. I saw Simons was going back, playing defense on one of the possessions, and he was like coughing on the way back for him. Simons, extra pass off to Shireman. Something must be going around. Back to Simons off the jab step. 10 in the shot clock. Simons towards his right, finds Hauser. Unless these guys were up late watching the Patriots game last night, that could be a case as well. Simons tees up the 3 and he buries it. 15-point game. Maybe that will show a spark here for the Celtics. Nemhard. Off to the outside as the Pacers moved along. Mathurin dribbles, drives, attacking the defense. Double clutch as he hangs up in the air and scores up and then off the glass. And that shuts down the Celtics' run. 17-point lead. Human dominoes hitting the deck and the floor. It's on Simons, an offensive foul. Turnover by Boston. Simons ramming right over Mathurin, pushed off. With an outstretched arm of Anthony Simons, who picks up the offensive foul. 17-point lead for the Pacers. Pacers are 6-21 this season. Siakam no good. Got it altered by Garza. Celtics with possession. Shireman fires a bullet down low. Hauser couldn't handle it cleanly. It's a turnover. That's a big ew. Yikes. Sam Hauser was wide open underneath the net. Pacers couldn't get back defensively to defend him until the last moment in. Baylor Shireman off target on the pass. Hauser bobbled it. Hauser lost it. Corner 3. Off the mark by Ethan Thompson. Celtics down by 17 with the basketball. Gonzalez up the floor, attacking the paint off the Euro step. For the Euro, he scores. Up and off the backboard. 15-point game once again. Celtics needing stops right now to get themselves back in, and they have to hit shots. J. Huff, guarded by Hauser around the perimeter. Into the hands to Nemhard. Pocket pass. Drops it off to Siakam. Siakam at the mid-block pivot. Siakam stacking the box outside. Nemhard dribbles up. Top of the free throw circle. Double team. His pass broken up. Intercepted. Celtics with it. 3-on-2 up the floor. Shireman. Bang! Bang! Splash from downtown. Baylor Shireman. In transition. Sizzles the triple. Celtics getting this game back in order. 12-point game to steal, leading to a 3-on-1 and a transitional 3 by Baylor Shireman off the bench. Here we go. Celtics back in it. Timeout by Indiana. Finally, things are starting to go in their direction here for Boston. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate you guys for being a part here on the channel tonight. And now we're starting to get ourselves a ball game. Celtics finally starting to show up. Yeah, this should be at least a 10-point game. That should have been a Hauser layup off of that Shireman pass, and Hauser bobbled it, lost it. Laser Doritos, good question. I guess it depends on the type of chips. I like the Cola Ranch type chips from Doritos. For Lay's, probably go with like the sour cream from Lay's. Some of my favorite chips are like Tostitos for nachos. Like Tostitos, really good chips. I usually don't have stuff that's like super high in sodium, so I'm not like a big fan into like Pringles and stuff for chips. Cape Cod chips is what I usually have. I'm not too far away from Cape Cod, so that's kind of like the dominant brand where I am. It's like the Cape Cod potato chips. They actually do factory tours there during the weekdays. I've been on a couple times the factory tours over the Cape Cod potato chips. But yeah, those are like lower sodium chips that they have. Really good brands. They have sea salt for Cape Cod potato chips. They have russet, sour cream and onion. A lot of like different brands that they have, and really nice and crunchy for the chips. They're not like other brands where they're kind of like softer. Siegel liking Doritos with a zero monster sugar energy drink. Yeah, I actually don't have like much junk food. I usually have to look at like the added sugars label, because sometimes too much of that, sometimes I don't feel that great after that. Like the added sugars is like kind of like one of those things that you feel like really sluggish like right afterwards having. Back to action. The Celtics with possession off an Indiana miss as Simons leading forward. Took the three, missed it. Offensive rebound goes to Garza. Celtics start to move the ball around much better. Sam Hauser on top finds Simons. Simons pulls up from deep, missed it off the rim. Short to rebound secured by Mathurin. He had a really good look right there straight away, just couldn't send it through. A Mathurin runner, instead decided to pass it at the last moment to Siakam. Back out to Mathurin over Gonzalez with a three. Contested, left it off the rim short. Tipped up to Nembhard for the offensive rebound. Siakam finds Nembhard, pulls up from deep, and he drills it. Wow, that's a silencer. Andrew Nembhard showing up in this third quarter. Hauser. Off to Garza, handoff back to Sam Hauser. Hauser comes off the screen, takes it, and he makes it from downtown. Sam Hauser finding the stroke right there from the perimeter. 12-point game, 8 for 12 this quarter for the Celtics, 4 for 14 shooting this quarter for Indiana. Celtics getting right back into this game because their defense started tight up. Nembhard at the elbow, finds a spot, jumper off the back rim, no good. Tipped up from Garza to Shireman for the defensive rebound. Garza, Shireman, Gonzalez, and Hauser. That's the five of the court, Brown and White, alongside Pritchard all on the bench right now. And the Celtics hanging afloat, only down by 12 currently as the Shireman picks up the reach and foul, defending Mathurin off the dribble underneath. Yeah, some heavy contact there by Baylor. Shireman kind of swung down Benedict Mathurin. A positive sign is that they did not look at the monitor. They're in quite heavy contact there. I'm kind of shocked that referees did not upgrade that and take a look at it at the monitor for any excessive thing that was flagrant or anything. Missed three by Ethan Thompson straight away. Long rebound controlled by Gonzalez. Shireman off to Hauser, comes off the screen, takes the three, it results in an air ball. Gonzalez back at the baseline out of bounds, so it'll be Pacers ball. Best of luck there tonight for Reggie. Celtics only down by 12. Still a long way left to go. Nembhard, jumper, no good. Missed it off the mid-ranger. Garza rips away the rebound over the back violation. Charge to James Wiseman. It's a foul on Indiana. That's only their first in the quarter. Akachuk, welcome in. Thanks for joining. Then we got Daniel on the channel. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. 4:35 left to go in the third. Anthony Simons brings up the floor. He's on the court with Luka Garza, Hugo Gonzalez, Sam Hauser, Baylor Shireman. Lob underneath. Garza puts it up. Contacted, fouled. Wow, Luka Garza took one to the face as well. Simons, this was a tough lob. Over the top of a double team. Furphy and Wiseman, the two defending. And then Garza, great job. Able to come up with that entry pass ball. Stored up in the air right over Wiseman and Furphy. Contacted and fouled. So 2 free throws coming up by Luka Garza for Boston. The first free throw is good. Celtics getting this as close as it's ever been since the early stage of the second quarter. Well, it's good. Steve on the street. Welcome in, man. Yeah, people were asking me at halftime, what do I think about the second half? Celtics were down by 18. I said don't quit in the Celtics team yet. We still got a lot of time left to go in the backcourt as there is a foul on the floor. It's charged to Andrew Nembhard off the inbound in the offense. Ooh! Big elbow by Nembhard as Baylor Shireman took one to the chin. Taking the charge, it's going right back to Boston. Celtics with the momentum right now, 74-64. And there was a tee as well by Andrew Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard just got teed up by the referees in a technical foul. And a free throw coming up here by Simons for the Celtics, a chance to draw win at 9. Free throw is good. It's a 9-point game. 4:22 left to go in the third. The Pacers start to lose their cool. And there's a reason why this team is 1-12 on the road, and they're showing it right now. Celtics once down by 20, now down by 9. Simons at the top of the key. And trailing by 9 without Jaylen Brown, Peyton Pritchard, nor Derek White playing during this stretch. Corner 3 missed off the mark by Shireman. Off the long rebound, here goes Nembhard up the floor. Nembhard puts the ball into the hands of Jarris Walker. Walker drives, attacks, dump off. Underneath, Shireman had a strip from behind. Celtics with possession. Shireman looking up the floor, connects with Hauser. Now off to Simons. Jaylen Brown right now resting on the bench alongside Derek White and Pritchard, who are on the bench as well. Kick out to the wing. Open 3. Baylor. Shireman off the back room. No good. Tipped by Hauser. Long rebound. Controlled, though, by the Pacers as they attack inside the paint. And Indiana gets called an offensive foul. Turnover again by Indiana. The Celtics take the charge. Jarris Walker going right over Baylor. Shireman puts his body on the line, takes the charge, is going right back to Boston. 2 strong defensive possessions back-to-back with the Celtics. First one, the Hugo Gonzalez strip from behind as he was able to knock the ball away of James Wiseman going up for a slam dunk. And then on the next defensive possession, Jarris Walker rams right over Baylor. Shireman, who takes the charge. Celtics will keep their same 5 right now on the floor. Luka Garza at the left wing perimeter. Hands it off to Shireman. Off to Simons now. The second unit all playing together. Trying to make this a game. Only down by 9. Trying to cut the deficit. Simons. Step back 3 in the air. Takes it. And he makes it from downtown. Kaboom. It is good by Anthony Simons. It's a 6-point game. 74-68. Anthony Simons waking up in a big way right now. The second unit propelling the Celtics to possession ball game. Once down by 20 as we head over to the timeout. Big time bench production right now, and the bright lights for the Celtics. Getting the team going. Baylor. Shireman plus 13 on the floor currently. Comes off the bench. Just drilled a 3, his first 3 points in the game. Hugo Gonzalez a plus 9, 6.7 rebounds tonight for the rookie. Celtics starting to click. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Celtics came into this game as an 11.5 point favorites. And now, only down by 6. Wow. What a comeback right now by Boston. All doing it through the second unit. It was Hauser, Garza, Simon, Shireman, and Gonzalez. The 5 bench guys all playing during that period of time on the floor. Balancing all the minutes tonight. The most minutes played by the Celtics tonight has been through Hugo Gonzalez. 22 minutes tonight by Hugo. Peyton Pritchard has played 21 minutes. Jaylen Brown tonight's played 20. Jaylen Brown 13 points in 20 minutes. And yeah, what's wrong with Jaylen Brown? Looks like Joe Mazzola going to the bench to make a statement to begin this third quarter. Trying to propel this team in the right direction. And it has worked right now. He still has Simons, Hauser, Gonzalez all on the court. 19-5 run coming back from the timeout right now. Saving Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard for the later moments in this game as the Pacers go up quickly. And they blow the layup. Missed a wide open layup by Quentin Jackson. Simons into the hands to Hauser. Towards his right off the dribble. Same 5. Come back out of the timeout. Simons dribble drive. Shireman out to the corner. Finds Hauser. Fall away 3. Missed off the mark. No good. Mathurin secures the defensive rebound. They get their work cut out right now. Siakam back on the floor for the Pacers. Mathurin alongside Quentin Jackson, Johnny Furphy, and James Wiseman. That's the 5 of the court currently for Indiana. Jumper deep 2. Siakam connects on it. 76-68. 2.5 left to go in the third. Yeah, it seems like there's a sickness going through the building for the Celtics because Jordan Walsh was out tonight. Anthony Simons was coughing earlier on. Caught him on the screen coughing in the first quarter. Simons attacks inside the paint. High off the glass. Hangs it in. Up and off the backboard. It is good for 2 by Anthony Simons. 32-10 bench points in favor of the Celtics. Quentin Jackson bursts the speed, scores the layup. 8-point advantage right now for the Pacers. Celtics under 2 minutes left to go. Looking to get their team right back in order. Shireman with a clearance. Skip past the corner. And a tough one that sailed high and away outside Hauser. Caught by his head coach, Joe Mazzulla. It's a turnover. Yeah, that's tough there. Bad turnover by Boston. The worst part about it is that the basketball sailed to your head coach. Step through. Mathurin. Gutted it go with the right hand. 10-point game. 90 seconds left to go in the third. This game's gone by fast tonight. Anthony Simons. At the wing of the perimeter. He stepped up. He's got 11. Simons now towards his right, top of the key. He jacks up the 3 over Furphy off the back rim, no good. A battle for the rebound and a loose ball foul. Charge to Indiana. On the floor is Garza. Went down. It's on James Wiseman. We've got 230 plus watching right now. If you're new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Sam Hauser, Anthony Simons, they both check outs. Derek White back into the game. Jaylen Brown comes back in. So Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Baylor Shireman, Hugo Gonzalez, and Luka Garza. That's the 5 on the floor, minute 15 left to go in the third. Celtics front court will get the inbound. Derek White back on the floor, looking to add up to his points. Only has 10 right now. Cross court finds Brown. Jaylen Brown with 13, looking for more. Goes up, gets fouled. 2 free throws coming up at the line for JB. Siegel loves small dogs. He loves cats, and small dogs and cats are his number one. Terriers and pugs are his favorite for Siegel. French bulldogs, American English bulldogs. There we go. Yeah, so the dog that we take care of, the neighbor across the street, he has a golden retriever, and we take care of him, and he's a massive dog, like a 75, 80-pound golden retriever that loves to play, loves to get into stuff, and loves to. He is food driven. Yeah, the dog will eat whatever it is. Both of the free throws are made at the line by Jaylen Brown. 8-point game. Thanks for the sub, Steve. Really appreciate it, man. Quentin Jackson floats it to the corner. Furphy, Jackson. Now it's Siakam around the perimeter. Towards his right. Siakam dribbles up to the right elbow. Backs his way. Mid-block. Draws the double. Siakam gets the way to Furphy. Catch and fire. 3 at the wing. Off the mark. No good. The rebound gets hauled in by Gonzalez. Derek White crosses midcourt. 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Jaylen Brown has it inside the key with a left-hand layup. He scores. Up and it off the backboard. Jaylen Brown, 4 points in a row for him. 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's a 6-point game once again. Man. Jaylen Brown starting to get going right now. 15 for JB. Celtics just, they got to get a stop. They got all the momentum currently. Get a stop, get a basket, close out this third quarter on a high note. You got all the momentum taking you to the fourth quarter. Big possession right here. Pacers cross midcourt with it. Quentin Jackson. Siakam back into the hands to Jackson. Jackson floats it cross court. Siakam. Siakam connects with Jackson again. Drive kick to the corner. Furphy on a 3. Came up short. Knocked out of bounds off of Derek White. According to the referees, it will stay Pacers ball. 5 seconds in the shot clock. 19.2 on the game clock. Yeah, it seems like he's been better this year at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown. It's been a % higher than last year for him. There's been a couple of games where he's been off. Bad inbound by the Pacers leading to the steal. Jaylen Brown to the rim, goes up, got it blocked out of bounds, and it was off. Garza last. It'll be Pacers ball. Wow, that was an excellent defensive play by Indiana. Gotta give the Pacers all-out credit for that defensive play there. Pacers with 11.5 seconds left to go. Clock did not set properly, so they'll have to redo here in the backcourt. Yeah, Jaylen Brown had a bunch of free throw issues last year. He's been slightly better this year, improving wise. There was that game against the Bucks a couple of weeks, or like a week and a half ago. He was not good at the free throw line. Final 10 seconds left to go in the third. Quentin Jackson attacks the paint off the glass, no good. Shoved in for 2 by Mathurin, 4 seconds. Brown, past midcourt. Brown at the buzzer, launches the 3. Off the rim, no good. And we close out the end of the third. 82-74, 8-point game. Celtics able to get this back to single digits after they trailed at 1 point by 20 points, the largest deficit. They were down by 18 at halftime, and now they're down by 8, outscoring the Pacers 31-21 in the third quarter. All starts with defense, and now the Celtics right back into it as we head to the fourth quarter. That second unit has started to propel Boston. Hugo Gonzalez, Baylor Shireman. Some key plays in that second unit. Anthony Simons, a big 3 that he made at 1 point midway through the third. Luka Garza, he's got 6. Celtics looking good off the bench. 11 points by Simons, 6 each by Gonzalez, Garza, and Hauser. Hugo with 8 rebounds. Shireman with a 3. That was the 3 that cut it to 6. Jaylen Brown leads the way tonight with 17. Derek White with 10. Peyton Pritchard with 9. I thought that Cato would be more of an impact. He only has 4 right now. Josh Minot with only 2. Jordan Walsh not playing tonight with an illness, and Josh Minot yet has to step up tonight. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Gotta find ways to stop Pascal Siakam tonight, though. 25 points for him. 4 made threes. He's been unstoppable. Much better defensive third quarter. Celtics start to get out, contest, tighten up their defense, play a much more physical game in that quarter. Mavs lead the Pelicans right now 65-57. Wow, this is not a typo. This is the actual score of the Nuggets-Jazz game. Denver leads 24-3 against Utah midway through the opening quarters. 24-3 Denver. Cavs lead the Hornets 120-108 with 7:20 left to go in the fourth. Actually, I've yet to update Monday Night Football tonight. There's also a Monday Night Football game going on too. Monday Night Football, Niners lead the Colts 21-14. 6 rebounds by Siakam. Yeah, I think there's a good chance that he'll get that tonight. Rick Carlisle should be playing a lot of Siakam here in this fourth quarter. Derek White with possession as he dribbles up to the elbow. Jumper no good by White. Rebound controlled by Mathurin. Garza held up at the back end of that play by Jay Huff. It's on Jay Huff, who picks up the loose ball foul. Celtics get the inbound. Peyton Pritchard on the floor. Jaylen Brown, Hugo Gonzalez, Derek White, and Luka Garza. Brown dribbles up, attacks the defense, soars up and scores with a left-hand layup. Back to a 6-point game right now. Pacers with Nembhard, Benedict Mathurin, Jarris Walker, Jay Huff. Number 55, Ethan Thompson. That's the 5 on the floor currently. Missed 3 straight away by Mathurin. Rebound hauled in by White. White into the hands to Garza. Handoff Derek White. Looking to see if he can get going from Mr. Clutch Runner. Off the back rim too long. Missed by White. Loose ball, rebound, foul. Charge to Derek White. And over the back as he knocked down Jarris Walker. And this will be Indiana ball. Yeah, it's been uncharacteristic for the Celtics tonight. These are usually shots that they make. Derek White, uncontested floater, mid-range, couldn't hit it. That's one that he usually gets there. 6-point game still. There's been a couple opportunities the Celtics had open looks that they couldn't send down. Walker, rainbow, and a 3 off the rim, no good. Brown there to collect the defensive rebound. Rebound number 5 tonight for Jaylen Brown. Brown crossover attacks inside the paint. Double team. Floats it up. No good. Offensive rebound goes up. Got blocked. Got fouled. 2 free throws coming up on the line here for Jaylen Brown. Resilient possession for JB. Just attacked the teeth of the defense. Right past Benedict Mathurin and Jay Huff. Came up with his own offensive rebound. And then went up. Got fouled. Sandwiched between 2 defenders. It was on Jay Huff who picked up the shooting foul. 2 free throws here for Jaylen Brown. 19.6 rebounds, 2 assists right now for JB. Free throw is good, right down the middle. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Celtics at one point trailed as many by 20. And now they're down by just 5. Second free throw is good. Jaylen Brown right in the groove. 9 for 11 at the free throw line as a team for the Celtics. Brown's a perfect 5 for 5 currently. Nembhard at the elbow, out fake, guarded by Pritchard. Bounce pass into the hands to Walker, now covered by Pritchard at the top. 8 on the timer. Walker, hand off Mathurin, slides it off towards his right to Nembhard. Nembhard, guarded by White at the right baseline, brings along the double. Gonzalez comes around wide. Missed it off the glass to Strong with a wild shot there by Nembhard. Celtics with possession. Derek White at the wing of the perimeter. Towards his right off the dribble. Takes the 3 straight away. Halfway down, no good. Garza able to tip it up to Pritchard. Pritchard missed the layup, no good. In and out. And it was off his fingertips out of bounds on the baseline as well. It will go back to the Pacers. Oh my goodness, so many opportunities. Derek White's 3 halfway down, spud out. Garza with an incredible play in the offensive glass, tipped up to Pritchard. Pritchard, one that he usually gets, blew the layup. Had an offensive rebound right back, but couldn't squeeze it as he lost it on the bounce. 10 minutes left to go. 4-point game. Pacers with possession. Nembhard at the wing. Has an open teammate. Ethan Thompson steps into an open 3. Missed off the back rim. No good. Loose ball rebound. Brown able to save it. Pritchard able to come away with it in the backcourt. Celtics with possession. Down by 4. 3 points. Shot would put this game within 1 or 2. Would put it to a 2-point game. Kick out corner. Derek White guarded by Thompson. Into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard off the dribble. Keeps it alive. Stumbled into and broke it up out of bounds. He got kicked out by his teammate Derek White. Tough possession there. Peyton Pritchard, way too much dribbling. Stumbled on the floor. And then tried to pass it to White, who was cutting. But then White couldn't handle as the pass was so low that he ended up kicking it. A comedy of errors right now. Who wants it more? Who can score buckets? That's what it's going to come down to in this slugfight of a battle. 9:20 left to go in the fourth. Nembhard, top of the key. It's going to be an overcoming adversity type of moment tonight for the Celtics if they win this game. Huff, off the dribble drive. Huff goes up. Huff. Oh, he blew the layup. Celtics stack the box. Celtics with a rebound. Indiana 0 for 5 this quarter. Celtics just 1 for 6. Stuck in molasses for both of these offenses. Jaylen Brown right to the rim. Soars up and he scores. Up and it off the backboard. It is good with a right-hand layup. It's a 2-point game. 82-80. Celtics down by 20. Overcoming adversity here at TD Garden. What can Brown do for you? It's another deuce. Heading to the timeouts. Absolutely resilient right now for the Celtics. On a game that's been Brick City all night long, their defense propelling them right now to a 37-21 start in the second half box score. Siegel with a dono. Let's get that dono hype from my man Siegel. You the legend, brother. Jaylen Brown, 23 points. Perfect tonight at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown, plus he's got 7 rebounds. Celtics completely flipping the switch in the second half. Hasn't been pretty. 28% from the perimeter. But their defense, oh man, lockdown, super gritty in half 2. Pacers came out firing, drilling threes in the opening half. Celtics put a stop to that in the second half, and it's been boulder after boulder, brick after brick by Indiana. 37-21 second half advantage for the Celtics. Yeah, what a battle we got right now. And it has not been a great game from either White or Pritchard in this game either. Luckily, the bench showed up today for the Celtics. 11 by Simons, Garza with 6, Hauser with 6, Gonzalez with 6 points, 8 rebounds. Garza has 6 points, 9 rebounds, plus 3 assists. To go along with a block, Shireman with a 3. 32 bench points for the Celtics tonight. Pacers, limited, thin on the bench, just 12. 32-12 in bench points. Siakam, he's carried away. He's got 25. Nemhard, 17.7 assists. Mathurin with 14. Ethan Thompson with 11. But Jaylen Brown started to carry. 23 right now for JB. Early Christmas gift from Mr. Tops, potentially. If I don't see you guys, I'll be back in for my next stream on the Friday. Celtics against Pacers the day after Christmas. Feel free to come on back in for that one. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas out to everybody out here. Really appreciate it for being a part here on the channel as we keep on growing the community. We surpassed the 29,000 subscriber mark last week on the channel. Siegel, you the legend, brother. Thanks so much for the dono, man. We get back to action. 82-80 Pacers. Left to right on the floor with a possession. Siakam on the court with Mathurin. Quentin Jackson, who goes up, gets fouled. Defended by Garza, who picks up the shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up for the Pacers with Quentin Jackson, number 29. Johnny Furphy also on the floor as well, alongside Ethan Thompson. Free throws to the line. First one is good by Quentin Jackson for Indiana. Let's see if I can get that NBA clutch time game record this season. That would be helpful during this stage of the game as we're down to 8:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Both of the free throws are good. 4-point game. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Luka Garza, Peyton Pritchard, Hugo Gonzalez, the 5 on the floor currently for the Celtics. Brown dribbles up, crossover, free throw circle, spin cycle on Furphy. Inside the key, outside off the Pritchard. Pritchard tees up a 3, missed off the rim, short. Loose ball, Pritchard comes down with it. Pritchard, baseline dribble, outside of White, catching fire on a 3. He drills it. Bang, bang, bang. It's a big-time shot from the perimeter by Derek White as he cans the triple. 1-point game is as close as it's ever been since the opening quarter. Pacers up by 20. It's all evaporated right now. Down to 1. Siakam at the top. Siakam dribbles up. Siakam floats it up. Blocked by Jaylen Brown. Furphy in the corner with it. Out on top. Hoisting up a 3. Couldn't get it off in time. It's going to be a shot clock violation on Indiana. Jaylen Brown taking over this game right now. The human eraser denying Siakam. And that allowed the Pacers to commit a shot clock violation. It's going to be the Celtics tonight that win this game. Mark my words. Jaylen Brown going to be the big reason why right now. Right to the rim. No good. Missed it. Pritchard collects the offensive rebound as we get a lot of contact underneath in the Pacers. Pick up a foul with Quentin Jackson. The Celtics have outscored the Pacers 40-23 in this second half. A 40-23 second half advantage in favor of the Celtics. Boston has yet to lead since the opening quarter. Chance to do so right here with this possession. Derek White, far side front court to inbound passer. Sends it off to Garza. Into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard at the top of the key. Away from the basketball. Pacers pick up a foul. Pacers are not helping out the cause with the foul issues here in this fourth quarter. That's now the team's 4th personal foul. 1 away from being over the limit. Celtics with only 2 to begin this fourth quarter. Inbound to Garza. Off to Pritchard on top. Finds White. Up fake. White, Mr. Clutch. Out to the corner into the hands of Brown. Working on Siakam one-on-one. Brown dribbles up inside. Up fake. Puts up the shot. Oh, he got it. Eyes behind the back of the head for Jaylen Brown. First lead since the opening quarter. 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the first quarter. They trail by 20 and now they're up by 1. It's all Celtics. Part of a 42-25 run here in this fourth quarter. Siakam, shovel pass. Morton, got it. Able to get the bounce up and in off the back rim. 1 point lead for the Pacers. Celtics with possession. Jaylen Brown on top into the hands of Derek White. Derek White at the right wing. White crossover. Dribbles up inside. Derek White with an opening. Shuts down the door with a two-handed flush. No backside help there defensively by the Pacers. Celtics coming out attacking the rack with D. White. 5 for 12 in this quarter shooting by the Celtics. Pacers are dreadful. 1 for 7. My, oh my, if the ties have flipped as Furphy rushes a 3, missed off the back rim, no good. Celtics with a defensive rebound. It's all Celtics here in the second half of action. Never quit on this team. Down by 20, just like the Patriots yesterday. Overcoming adversity. Brown dribbles inside the key. Up fake, step through with a left hand layup. He scores. Up and off the backboard. Good for 2 more by Jaylen Brown. 27 right now for Jaylen Brown. Pacers with possession. They cough it up. They turn it over. Celtics playing to the flow of their offense right now. White into the hands of Brown. Push pass to the corner. Gonzalez had the ball poke loose from behind. Out of bounds. Went off the Pacers. 5:40 left to go. Let's go. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe. Celtics outnumbering the Pacers 15-4 in the fourth quarter. This second half has been flipped in the favor of the Celtics because of defense. Starting to play physical basketball in the second half. We have a timeout here taken on the floor as the Pacers will burn a timeout with 5:40 left to go. Man, the Celtics flipped this one completely on the head and erased a 20-point deficit just like that. What a game. In the clutch, as we're 40 seconds away from being in the clutch. This has been a fast game tonight, moving pretty quickly. Celtics ranking 16th in the NBA with a 46.7% winning percentage in the clutch, 7-8 record in clutch time games this season. The Pacers, dreadful, 3-9, 25% win rate in the clutch. That is 29th in the NBA, only better than the LA Clippers, who are 2-10 in clutch time games this season. Celtics are 40 seconds away from being in another clutch time game, about to go 500 in that facet. The defense just completely flipped this game. Man, they are bringing the physicality. This is completely different from the opening half. And somebody actually asked me at halftime, should I cash out? I was like, no. Celtics are going to figure it out. They're going to have a pep talk at halftime and start to play with physicality and get their team back in order, start to contest shot after shot after shot after shot, put bodies on top of bodies, and be able to crowd the space of the offense and be able to contest everything. And they've done exactly that, start to close out, contest everything. Yeah, this has been an amazing comeback tonight. Usually the Celtics are the team that gets up at halftime, and they usually blow these leads wide open. So this was an interesting spot to see them tonight, that they got down like this, and that they're able to come back like this. We haven't seen too many of these games recently that the Celtics just didn't show up for the first half, and then the second half, they're just flipping the switch in their favor. Do I think it will go to overtime? I'm going to say no. Celtics got all the momentum right now. I think the Celtics gonna win this one. I'll go Celtics by 9 at the end of this game to win this one. They got all the momentum currently. Pacers have yet to figure this thing out offensively in the second half. Quentin Jackson off to Siakam, into the hands to Mathurin as we come back from the timeout. 5.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Mathurin on a three, buries it. They're going to roll it a 2 right now on the NBC Sports Boston scoreboard. They got 89-88. My scoreboard at 89-89. Now they docked it down to a 2. So yeah, 1 foot on the 3-point line. 1-point game. Jaylen Brown, crossover on top, spin cycle inside the key. Jaylen, kick out, corner, Gonzalez on the corner 3, missed off the mark, no good. A rebound, ripped away by Mathurin. He's the guy that will be able to bring the Pacers energy. They will themselves back into this game. Watch for Mathurin, watch for Siakam. Mathurin at the free throw circle, out to Jarris Walker. Walker, his pass, broke it up out of bounds. It was off the Celtics. This is going to be a clutch time game. 4:51 left to go. A 1-point game with under 5 minutes left. Celtics 7-8 in clutch time games. Pacers 3-10. Inbound for Siakam. Pacers 6-21 record. Only 1-12 on the road. Only win was 2 weeks ago against Chicago. That's the only road win that they've had this season. Missed jumper at the free throw circle by Siakam. Akeda collects the defensive rebound. White, Kata, Brown, Gonzalez, and Pritchard. That's the 5 in the court currently for the Celtics. 4.5 left to go in the fourth. Jaylen Brown torses left around the perimeter. Off the dribble. Takes on Mathurin 1-on-1. Gets him. Off the crossover. Watch out. Jaylen Brown soars up. Missed the slam dunk as he bricked it all the way off the back iron. Pacers battling for this ball, and they lost it out of bounds. Jaylen Brown couldn't punch one through. Completely froze up. Off the crossovers, Quentin Jackson, we got right past, broke the ankles of Quentin Jackson, and Jaylen Brown completely missed in the slam dunk. He missed it off the back iron and ricocheted all the way to the backcourt, and then the Pacers fumbled it in the backcourt. Derek White at the wing fires a bullet down low. Kata with a left hit, and baby hooky scores up and through. It's good for 2 by Kata. 3-point lead for the Celtics, 7 for 16 in the fourth quarter shooting. Pacers, 20%, 2 for 10. Nembhard, leaner, connects on it, plus the foul. 1-point game, 91-90. Andrew Nembhard and one coming up here at the free throw line for Indiana. Bad foul committed by Peyton Pritchard. 1-point game. Nembhard's been clutch throughout his career. Got 400 plus watching. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. The free throw is good. 91-91. Pacers shooting the ball well tonight. The free throw line, 14 for 16. Celtics alongside them as well. Another good game by Boston. 9 for 11 at the charity stripe. Celtics with possession. White pulls up from deep. 29-footer. Off the rim, no good. A rebound secured by Mathurin. 3.5 left to go. Pacers with possession in a tie ball game. Andrew Nembhard. Top of the key, defended by Gonzalez. 101. Switch guarded by Kata around the perimeter. Nembhard at the top. 8 on the timer. Guarded by the big man Kata. Crossover. Dribbles up inside the key. And Nembhard gets the way to the corner. Siakam with 4. Siakam leaning up on a 3. No good off the mark as it was a great contest by Gonzalez. And the Celtics control the defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown up the floor. Jaylen attacks. Jumper. Step back. Baseline. No good off the mark over Nembhard. Tip to the perimeter. And a loose ball foul gets charged to the Pacers. That's their 5th. Celtics in the bonus. Celtics shooting free throws. Over the limit for team fouls now for Indiana as they just picked up their 5th personal foul. What a game. Yeah, this might go into overtime tonight. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. It'll be Kata shooting 2 at the free throw line. He has the only 2 misses in the game. He went empty his first trip, going 0 for 2 tonight at the free throw line. First one's good. First made free throw of the night by Kata, as he is now up to 7 total points, 7 rebounds, 1 for 3 at the charity stripe. Second shot by Kata. Got the bounce. 2-point advantage for Boston. Been a slugfest of a game tonight. 93-91. Both teams shooting the ball well at the free throw line. 11 for 13 for the Celtics. 14 for 16 for the Pacers. Nembhard outside off the Walker. Pops up for a 3 off the back rim. No good. Jaylen Brown secures the defensive rebound. Brown's up to now 8 rebounds tonight. Brown at the top, defended by Nembhard, 101, 15 on the timer. Switched, guarded by Siakam. Top of the key here for JB. Jaylen Brown slows down tempo. 8 on the shot clock. 2.5 left to go in the game clock. Jaylen Brown dribbles up, attacks the paint inside. Got poked loose out of bounds. As he got it stripped, it was off Indiana. It's going to stay Celtics ball. 2:27 remaining in the game clock. 4.9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Derek White underneath the hoop, the inbound passer. Finds Brown. Pops up for a 3. Oh, he sinks it. Jaylen Brown. Swoosh. Trifecta from the corner. 5-point lead for the Celtics. 2:15 left to go. Jaylen Brown, a 30-piece tonight as White came up with a block. Pritchard came up with a basketball, and the Pacers commit another foul. Peyton Pritchard awaiting free throws coming up at the line. Jaylen Brown, big time on the 3 off the inbound far side corner. Nothing but net as he drained it. Pritchard at the free throw line, making play after play after play. It was on Nembhard, who picked up the loose ball foul. Yesterday, the Patriots, down by 2 possessions with 10 minutes left, came back and won. Celtics, first free throw is good, up by 6 with 2:13 left. If you're just joining in, the Celtics trail by 18 at halftime. They were down as many by 20 points, and now they've outscored Indiana 55-30 in the second half. Second free throw is good by Pritchard. 7-point game. 7-zip run, last 45 seconds by the Celtics. Pacers pressured in the backcourt. And Hugo Gonzalez in the backcourt defending Siakam picks up a reach and foul here. That was a foul to give. 4th personal foul now with the Celtics. Gonzalez picks up his 4th tonight. 2:11 left to go. Inbound goes to Indiana. Siakam stuck at the elbow, finds Mathurin around the perimeter. Indiana with just 9 total points in this 4th quarter. Yes, you heard that right. Just 9 total points, and it continues as Jarris Walker bricked the corner 3. This is unheard of. Jaylen Brown, defensive rebound. Almost a double-double. 30 points, 9 rebounds as Brown will slow it down. Slowest pace team in the NBA. Playing like Mr. Tops, but taking their time with the possessions and keeping their defense playing big time. Leaning forward, Mathurin brick the 3. Offensive rebound back to Mathurin over White. No good. Contested loose ball picked up by White. And the Celtics with under 90 seconds left to go, playing hardcore physical defense, limiting Indiana to 9 points in this entire 4th quarter. Playing keep away right now for the Celtics. Pacers decide not to foul, and now they will with 1:15 left to go, sending Jaylen Brown to the free throw line. 30 points by Jaylen Brown. Time running out for the Pacers. They're over the limit. 2 free throws coming up by Brown. What a comeback. All because of their defense. Absolutely phenomenal. Nothing getting into the bucket in the second half for the Pacers. Very few and far to come by. 30 total points in the second half scored by Indiana. The Celtics have outscored the Pacers 57-30 in the second half. 24-9 in the 4th quarter. First free throw missed by Brown. If you're new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. That is unheard of. 9 points in this entire 4th quarter by Indiana. Jaylen Brown with another 30-piece tonight. Nothing new. Free throw number 2 is good. 8-point lead by the Celtics. 1:15 left to go. What a comeback. Nembhard crosses midcourt. Gotta go. Almost lost it off the dribble. At the top of the key, dribbles towards his right is Nembhard. Too much time coming off the clock. Step back 3 in the air. Off the back rim, no good. Keita rips away the defensive rebound. Final minute left to go. Pacers stone cold in this 4th quarter. They only made 3 field goals. 3 for 17 in the 4th quarter, shooting by Indiana. White fires a bullet. Brown, kick out corner Gonzalez. 8 on the timer. Indiana will not follow. White, baseline dribble for the dagger. Yes, he does. Gets it. Double clutch off the baseline drive. Layup. Up and off the backboard. Celtics up by 10. Timeout on the floor with 41.7 seconds remaining. You the man. Jaylen Brown, baby. 30-piece tonight. You the man. Derek White with 17. The Boston Celtics. Legendary comeback tonight. Down by 20 at one point. Up by 10. Flipping the script in a 30-point fashion for the Celtics. Defense, defense, defense. Big time tonight for the Boston Celtics in half number 2. First half, Indiana was flame-throwing, drilling open, non-contested threes. And in half number 2, Celtics made their adjustments, crowded the shot attempts at Indiana, and it was boulder after boulder, brick after brick in the second half. And the Pacers are 3 for 17 shooting in half number 2. What a comeback. Defense wins ball games, shown like that. 27-9, a fourth quarter advantage in favor of Boston. Just that is simply sad. 9 points in a single quarter by the Pacers. What a comeback. Somebody asked me at halftime, should I cash out? And hopefully you're on the stream still and listen to my advice. I told that person, no, do not cash out. There's still a second half that is yet to be played. And look at that. At one point, the Pacers had 6 timeouts remaining. Celtics had 3. Right now, the Pacers have burned every single one of their timeouts. Celtics still have 2 timeouts remaining. 101-91 Pacers in their front court will get the inbound. 10-zip run by the Celtics as the Pacers have thrown in the towel. They have all the reserves right now on the floor. Celtics still with their starters. Indiana, a lot of dribbling inside the key. They draw the foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for number 24, Garrison Matthews. 6th season on the Lipscomb. It's Keita who picks up the shooting foul. If you enjoyed the stream tonight, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I'll be back live on Friday covering the same 2 teams once again. Celtics traveling to Indiana on Friday. Same 2 teams in action. Celtics getting much needed rest. Pacers actually have a game tomorrow. So Celtics take on the Pacers next on Friday. They get quite a bit of rest Monday to Friday. Or the Pacers, this is brutal for them. They're at Boston here, playing right now, getting worn out, only mustering 10 total points in this fourth quarter. And then tomorrow, they're back at home. They have to travel from Boston back to Indiana, northeast to the Midwest, back at home as they host the Bucks tomorrow. And then they take on the Celtics on Friday. So I'll be back live Friday. Celtics against Pacers once again. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody out there as well. Really appreciate it as we reached the 29,000 subscriber mark last week. You guys, the legends here on the channel. Pritchard gets the way off to White. Under 15 seconds left to go. Celtics playing keep away. White attacks the paint. No good. Missed the layup. Went up. Got fouled. 10.9 left to play. Derek White. This means a lot because his player props at 18.5 points. He'll have 2 free throws coming up here at the line. Gregory with a dono. Let's get that dono hit for Gregory. Really appreciate it, brother. You guys, the legends here out on the channel. Jaylen Brown, 30-piece tonight. He substitutes out of the game. What a night for JB. Able to will his team right back in it and win this game for Jaylen Brown. It's been that type of season for Jaylen Brown. Gonna run out to Dick's Sporting Goods this week. Get my Jaylen Brown jersey and rep JB throughout the rest of the season on these streams with my new JB jersey hopefully this week. First free throw is good by Derek White. This one's big because his player props at 18.5. Jaylen Brown tonight with 31. For Jaylen Brown. Derek White, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. One more free throw. Here at the line for Derek White, right down the middle. 103-93, 10-point lead. Derek White with 19 tonight. Final seconds left to go. Pacers up the floor as they float up the shot. They got it to go. Rattled in by number 7 for Indiana. As that was good by Cam Jones, former Marquette Golden Eagle, but what a comeback tonight by the Boston Celtics. Down by 20 points at one point, down by 18 at halftime, and just an absolutely phenomenal masterpiece in the second half defensively. And the Celtics come all the way back and win this game, 103-95, the final score. Jaylen Brown, 31 points tonight for JB. With a major second half for him. Derek White finished with 19 points, 11 points each by Peyton Pritchard and Anthony Simons. Hugo Gonzalez, 6 points, 11 rebounds from the bench. The bench was really what catapulted this team back into it. Midway through the third quarter, Joe Mazzulla went with a 5-man rotation consisting of Luka Garza, Sam Hauser, Anthony Simons, Baylor Sharman, Hugo Gonzalez. Those three guys was able to erase a 20-point deficit, get the game winning 8. And then Jaylen Brown, Derek White checked back into the game, got that 8-point lead back to 6. Eventually got that 6-point deficit down to 4, and then down to 3, and then down to 1, and then took the lead 87-86. Celtics took the lead, and then 89-86, and then the rest was history. Celtics able to grow that lead to double digits, and then in the end, able to win this game by 8. Wow, what a comeback tonight. Pacers scored just 34 points in the entire second half. Celtics outscored the Pacers 60-34 in the second half. Pacers only mustered 13 points in the fourth quarter. Celtics outscored Indiana 29-13 in quarter number 4 tonight. What a comeback. Going into halftime, the Pacers shot the ball 51% from the floor. Cumulative total for the game, Pacers shot 39%. Celtics went into halftime shooting 40% from the floor. They ended up shooting 43% tonight. Wasn't a pretty game offensively. Celtics won this game despite shooting 30% from three-point range, 11 for 37, but able to get downhill, able to get to the rim. 52-38 points in the paint in favor of the Celtics tonight. Getting to the free throw line, 16 for 19, making their free throws, and then able to contest everything. And they were plus 13 tonight on the glass, 49-36. And the rebound column, man, just an incredible second half for a team that looked absolutely lifeless going into halftime. And then Mr. Tops provided the spark. It was just a physical, gritty battle where they knew their offense wasn't able to get the game in the job done tonight, but if their defense had been able to lock in, stay focused, make play after play defensively, they knew they would be able to get this game flipped in the right direction and win it, and that's exactly what they did tonight. A complete 180 from the first half, and the Celtics rode their defense to put stop after stop after stop after stop together in the final 18 minutes of regulation, and they win this game by 8. What a victory tonight for Boston. Just incredible. Man, that's 2 big wins in a row for Boston sports. Yesterday, the Patriots victory, and the Celtics down by 20, erasing that 20-point deficit and winning this one tonight. Really appreciate all for joining in. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas out to everybody out there as well. I'm probably going to be live for my next stream on Friday, so going to take probably the next couple days off, spend time with my family for the holidays. Kind of weird that the Celtics aren't playing this year on Christmas Day. They usually do, but I'm hoping to be back live on Friday. Celtics Pacers, once again, this time it's at Indiana. The Celtics will be traveling to Indiana for that game. That's when they'll play next. Pacers actually have a game in the middle. That's tough for them. They take on Milwaukee tomorrow at home for Indiana, so they have to fly back from Boston to Indianapolis, and they have a 24-hour turnaround playing night 2 of a back-to-back back on their home floor after playing on the road tonight at Boston, so that is brutal for the Pacers, and then they take on the Celtics on Friday, so hoping to be back live on Friday for you guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays out to everybody out here, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. That link is pinned into the chat. It's as low as $1.99 per month for all channel members. And this is who we got. We got Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Lonely Satellite Warren, the Naija player Norma, Kelly, Ogie, Russell, Rydog, I Am Ghost, Ian, Joe, and Edith. Thanks all for joining in for this one tonight. What a comeback for the Celtics. Down by 20, they flip the script. They win this game by 8. 103-95 the final score. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. And I plan on being back live on Friday. Celtics, Pacers coming up round 2 Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Feel free to join in for that one if you guys would like. Happy holidays out there to everybody. And I will see you guys soon. Good win tonight by the Celtics. Come back for Boston. Trail by 20, win by 8, 103-95 the final score. See you guys soon here, folks.